Enjoy the perfect getaway for the whole family at their premier mountain resort, where you'll create memories that will last a lifetime. For more information, visit inofthemountaingods.com.
All right, let's do this.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The Justice Department slaps federal charges under Carlos Brown Jr., accused of murdering a young woman on a train in Charlotte.
We are going to prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law. We have taken the case because it's murder on mass transit.
U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi on Fox's Hannity.
The family of Irina Zarutska is speaking out for the first time after the brutal murder. Quote, "We are heartbroken beyond words. Irina came here to find peace and safety, and instead, her life was stolen from her in the most horrific way. No family should have to go through this. This could have been anyone riding the light rail that night. We are committed to making sure this never happens again."
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Later this morning, Democratic Socialist Zoran Mamdani holds a big lead in the polls. Race for Inner City Mayor will deliver a major campaign announcement in the Bronx. America's listening to Fox News.
Hi again, this is Amy from Fusion Medical Spa in the River Crossing, here to tell you about our September specials, which include 25% off our Diamond Glow treatments. Now this is what I specialize in at Fusion. Diamond Glow exfoliates the skin and brings out a new glow in your complexion. And right now we're offering 25% off all Diamond Glow treatments. Fusion is also offering discounted pricing on microneedling, which includes one treatment on both the face and neck areas, 25% off all skincare products, plus buy two, get one free Amcella treatments for men and women. This treats incontinence and encourages orgasmic response. So telephone today for a free consultation from Fusion Medical Spa, 575-257-4SPA. That's 575-257-4772 for Fusion Medical Spa in the River Crossing.
Thanks, Amy. And remember that if you're dealing with pain on a regular basis, Fusion Medical Spa can tell you all about stem cell therapy. It really works and could ease your pain. So telephone today, Fusion Medical Spa, 257-4SPA, 257-4772 for Fusion Medical Spa in the River Crossing, Ruidoso.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Del Perm Oilfield Specialties, your one-stop shop for all your oilfield specialty needs. Specializing in distribution of top-of-the-line supplies and services to businesses all over the Delaware and Permian Basin. One of the leading oilfield suppliers and service providers in the industry, committed to integrity, quality, and service. Now has great opportunities for talented leaders with integrity and a team-spirited attitude, with opportunities in sales, delivery, and even senior management, and many other positions. If you have these qualifications and you want to be part of a team, contact DalePermSupply.com/careers. Del Perm Oilfield Specialties, 1005 North Grimes and Hobbs. The next step in your oilfield career.
Come out to the second annual Run to Ruidoso Car and Truck Show. This year's event will be Friday, September 19th and Saturday, September 20th. Powered by Rusty Ball Speed Shop and C10 Club, New Mexico. The pre-party begins on Friday night at Jack's Backstage at 5 p.m. On Saturday, September 20th, roll in at 8 a.m. and check out the lowriders, cars, trucks, and bikes. The show will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Wingfield Park on Center Street. Come and meet with special guest Steve Darnell from the Discovery Channel hit TV shows Vegas Rat Rods and Welder Up. Afterwards, enjoy the post-party at 5 p.m. at Rusty Ball Speed Shop, located at 1509 Sutterth Drive.
This ad paid for by Lincoln County Lodgers Tax.
Hi, this is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're celebrating 100 years in business here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, and we invite you to come see us for your new Chevy, GMC, or a just perfect pre-owned vehicle. Our GM certified team is ready to assist you, so give us a call at 575-746-3551 or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Guy Chevrolet, celebrating 100 years at the corner of 1st and Main in downtown Artesia.
What is the Safe Haven Law?
In New Mexico, you can bring your infant up to 90 days old to any safe haven site without fear of being criminally charged. This includes hospitals, fire stations, and police departments. Monica Kelsey, founder of Safe Haven Baby Boxes, has worked diligently to provide 3 baby box locations for your convenience. Hobbs's Baby Box is at Fire Station 1, 301 East White Street. Carlsbad's Baby Box is at Fire Department Station 1, 401 South Halegueño Street. Roswell's Baby Box is at their Central Fire Station, 200 South Richardson Avenue. Remember, if you can't make it to one of these Safe Haven Baby Box locations, you can take your infant to any hospital, police department, or fire station. No shame, no blame, and no names. Visit shbb.org for more information.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
On this Wednesday, as we go down to 285, temperature readings in Roswell at 96 degrees. It's sizzling in Travis County, 95 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia, and 91 degrees in Lovington. The Lovington temperature is still 90 degrees on Thursday, with the middle 90s in Carlsbad and Artesia. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Oh my God!
Have your attention, please.
It's a show with hit written all
Let's
over
go
it.
quickly. You're on.
Oh, that sounds great. Hey, yo, stop the show. Don't try to stop me, 'cause I gotta go.
Are you ready? Let's roll.
Where to go? Green tide. Where to go?
Your morning show powered by your Ford dealer. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford. Broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. The question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply with the largest selection of parts for heavy trucks and semis. Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Text line brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Move it, move it, move it.
Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to us.
What day is this?
It's National TV Dinner Day.
You don't want TV dinner?
They're TV dinners.
Why is it called TV dinner?
Just eat dinner and watch TV.
Having dinner, watching TV.
Run out and get me a TV dinner.
Eating a lot of TV dinners.
Make that plural, TV dinner.
My TV dinner.
Just finished the TV dinner.
Happy National TV Dinner Day.
Have a great show.
And good morning to you. It is already a Wednesday hump day today as we get through the show. Or is it Thursday?
No,
am I off a day?
No, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Hump day. I'm trying to count down the days and things that I have to do before I leave on Saturday. So I was like, is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday?
I know. And then
wash clothes.
The holiday last week didn't help any.
Yeah, kind of messed us up a little bit, but thank God for the holidays, for sure.
Amen.
Yeah, thank God. TV dinner, that is not the question. The question of the day is pet peeves. What is your biggest pet peeve? And I talked about mine last week. I'm going to give you a chance to talk about yours. My biggest pet peeve is we're at the counter to pay, and the lady has been standing there the whole damn time on her phone. And then they say, it's $28.99. And she proceeds to try to scramble looking for the money or looking for her debit card. That's my biggest pet peeve. My time is money.
That's the biggest pet peeve? Really?
That's it. For today.
Okay.
For today.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's a good one.
I'll tell you another pet peeve I have. Having 20 registers at Academy yesterday and only 2 open.
Right.
Why is that? Why would you have, when you build a store and you put in 20, why would you only have 2 open?
Well, I think it's a staffing thing. And if they need to, they can have other registers open from people who are out working the floor.
I would go like self-checkout at Academy. Was that 1 T-shirt or 2 T-shirts? Oh, it was definitely 2, right?
What else is in your shoebox?
Well, yeah, that might not work.
You have to take off those little things that they put on the shoes by yourself. Yeah, that probably won't work.
Why do you have
That
15 boxes of ammo in with your shoes?
Yeah, well, I just mix and match. Isn't it mix and match day? No, I mean, I guess I'm in trouble. All right, Wednesday, Hub Day already 6:10. Today is International Makeup Day. Also, Hot Dog Day, Port Wine Day, Swap Ideas Day. Also, So Be It today, whatever the hell that means. TV Dinner Day going on, and World Suicide Prevention Day. I saw there was another suicide attempt up there at that bridge in Taos. What is that called? The something Gorge Bridge, where people are going to second suicide attempt.
Isn't that the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge?
I've never even
Yeah,
heard of that.
that's exactly what it is. Yeah, and so they're supposed to try to figure out what to do to keep people from committing suicide on that bridge.
It's a beautiful bridge. It really is.
I have never gone across it.
Really?
No, never going across it. So I got today, tomorrow, and then Friday, and then pack up on Friday and hit the road Saturday, go to Baton Rouge, stay in Baton Rouge one day, go to the game, and then wake up the next morning, go to Galveston for a couple days, and then make our way back to New Mexico. So I'm trying to plan all this stuff out. If I still have money.
Good luck.
I still have money. Yeah, that is probably a problem. I just saw that Apple was unveiling their iPhone 17 lineup. Tim Cook says that they're raising the bar. You know, the only thing you're doing is raising damn prices.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Yeah. Can you imagine next year they'll come out with the iPhone 18? Now, will it be eligible to vote? iPhone, I mean, it turns 18. Can it vote?
No, didn't the first iPhone come out in 07, 08, somewhere in there?
I honestly don't recall. I don't even remember. I just remember iPods. That's it.
Somewhere at my mom's
still
house,
have those.
there is the original iPhone. I just remembered that. You remember the small one? It was about the size, a little bit bigger than a beeper.
Yeah.
I gotta find
No,
that thing.
it was in the same kind of case as their big, what you just said.
iPod.
Yes, that was the same size, if you remember.
No, they're small. I'm gonna go find it. I saw it last
2007.
time. Yeah.
That's when they first came out
Yeah.
with iPhones.
Yeah.
Wow.
It
Screen was not real big.
It was 4.5 inches by 2.4 inches.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
just out
Very,
of
very
curiosity,
small.
what did you have before you switched to an iPhone? What do you remember?
Probably had
flip phones were the
the
thing.
what was that called? I had a PDF. Was that what it was called?
No,
Personal.
You
PDF.
you had like a BlackBerry kind of thing.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
remember.
there you go.
I remember doing the last flip phone that Motorola had come out with. It was the Razr. Do you remember? It was like the red AIDS edition or whatever.
Yeah.
That was the last phone that I ever had before I switched
Yeah,
to iPhone.
I had like the BlackBerry,
Mhm.
which was back in the day pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
They were
the
expensive back in
iPhone
the day.
changed.
They were.
Yeah, iPhone changed the game. They really
Oh,
did.
absolutely.
I just
Hey,
had flip phones were a thing for quite a while,
Mhm.
and so I had a flip phone for that.
And now they're coming back.
Yeah,
Flip phones,
they
of
are.
course, you got the big screen, but
Yeah.
they don't last. I bought that Samsung Flip, and it lasted about maybe 6 months.
Wow, is that the one with the
And it was
screen that makes it
refurbished.
big? The one
Yeah.
you're talking about? See, I don't like those.
Yeah.
I like them on the surface for looking at it, but otherwise, if I'm going to have a flip phone that's not a smartphone, just give me the real old-fashioned flip phone.
Yeah.
When
Well,
did
these-
you get your
these-
first cell phone, Kevin?
I had the bag phone back in the day where you
Yeah.
had like 2 minutes talking time.
Oh yeah,
And
for
if you went over,
$90.
you had to mortgage the house.
Yeah.
It was pretty scary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
You,
like the first phone that was actually like truly handheld. It didn't look like a giant army walkie-talkie.
it was probably Motorola, I would bet, because they got in the game early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Motorola rolled out. But that bag phone was pretty awesome. You know, but you'd be on the phone with people, you know, and hang up on them because seriously, I think you got like 50 minutes of talking time,
right,
a month. That's it.
Yeah.
So you weren't saying, it's not like you're on the phone all day. You called people. I got to go, you know, because you're not going to burn up my minutes.
I had a yellow Motorola
and then
phone.
texting changed the game big time. You know, when texting first came out, I said, this is never going to work because people aren't going to talk to people. Well, many years later, people aren't talking to people, but evidently the whole idea of texting is actually
you think about that with the beepers, because like at the fire department, I had a beeper, and there was a texting application on that where they would send you the whole message. Like it wasn't just a beep with a number, right? It would be, you know, call here or whatever, you know, go to this location because this is the call that it's being called
beepers.
out on.
That beepers actually changed the course of time also and allowed us to blow up terrorists too. Remember the beepers that the Israelis used to take out the terrorists?
Yep.
Beepers that exploded. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Then they upgraded to, you know, phones that exploded. That was even cooler.
Yeah.
So that, as we take it, I mean, look, it hasn't been that long. I mean, in the last 50 years, we made so many advancements. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Looks like the Sphere in Las Vegas now modifying a version of the Wizard of Oz is bringing in $2 million a day. Tickets are around $200 for the Wizard of Oz.
Are they playing Dark Side of the Moon with it? That's all I want to know.
I'm just like, damn, that's enough to buy a real pair of ruby slippers.
You could just steal them and they could be gone for
$200. $200 a ticket. Yeah, and I had no idea some of this stuff. There is a kid's my granddaughter. We went to Lafayette, Louisiana yesterday, and she had to hear Blimpie, and I had no idea what the hell Blimpie was. So they're going to the Blimpie show in Dallas coming up in a couple weeks.
So
Blimpie.
That's a sandwich shop.
No, it's I think it's Blimpie.
Blimpie sandwiches. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Blimpie. He's a guy that's like made
Fluffy?
his way famous on YouTube, and he like kind of like a modern day Mr. Rogers, but like very neat.
But then the original Mr. Blimpie got in trouble. He did something that was highly inappropriate.
Not like Mr.
So they had to replace Mr. Blimpie with somebody else.
Imagine that.
So not like Mr. Rogers.
No, Mr. Rogers didn't
not
do
like
anything. He was a little strange. Everybody went, he's a little strange. But, you know, those sweaters are probably worth something nowadays. Michael Caine had announced his retirement, but it looks like he's coming back with Vin Diesel for the Witch Hunter 2.
Fantastic actor.
Witch Hunter 2. Michael Caine, by the way, is like 92 years of age.
Yeah. Fantastic actor.
Now, that was, he wasn't the first choice. Bruce Willis was the first choice. But then, you know, with all the health problems that Bruce has, he can't pull it off. So they called in Michael Caine to be part of that. Crazy. Looks like Apple introducing that iPhone 17. If you're interested, starting price for the Pro Max, $1,199. In store September 19th. I gotta say that it's probably going to be much more than that.
I got fact checked on the Blippy thing.
Yeah.
So I got a
Blimpie.
fact check. That rumor is not true about the replacement. The original Blippy is still on set and does writing and stuff for the show.
Well,
it's a personal fact checker. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Like a real fact checker.
So he didn't throw poo at somebody?
I guess he's still on the set and does writing for the show.
So Blimpie is original. Unbelievable. All right, we're going to talk about an Albuquerque teen charged with killing a man. You're not going to believe why this kid killed a man. We'll get to that. Tweet of the day still to come. Price of oil. Thought for the day. We've got a show that's packed with a lot of information today. So stand by. Text line 877-396-W105. Being brought to you by our buddies at Amigo Machinery. Find them at amigo-machinery.com or visit them in Roswell today. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto and Truck Supply. You're a Napa dealer. Can you imagine having a place you can go and get all the parts for either your vehicle or the big trucks? They sell everything from tires to shocks to everything from bumper to bumper. They've got everything you need for your big trucks. Go in there and check them out today. Avenue D in Lovington. Broadcasting from the End of the Mountain God studio, and of course, being powered by our buddies at Permian Ford. Check them out today. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store, Broadmoor Mall, and Hobbs, FR Jeans, coveralls, gloves. They've got everything when it comes to FR. They also have a section of boots that are just $99, just $99. For a pair of boots, yes, $99. Plus, they have the steel toe boots, safety gear, hard hats, you name it, they've got it, and furniture, appliances, and electronics, all at zero down financing. RigOutfitters.com for more information. And while you're there, check out Scrub Outfitters. They're right next door. Largest selection of medical scrubs, shoes, compression socks. They've got it all. Big name brands when it comes to scrubs. Dickies, Healing Hands, Menkatura, and others. Follow them on Facebook or just go to the Broadmoor Mall. They're right next to Rig Outfitters. It's Scrub Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Sunny today, looking nice for southeast New Mexico. High temperature 92, 62 tonight, and then 90 for your Thursday. Maybe some rain on Saturday, but it looks like it's going to be a slight chance of rain for southeast New Mexico. Rio Doso is a different picture. We got 79 for the high, 30% chance of rain today and tonight. And tomorrow's high, no rain in the forecast, but 79. And I see rain on Saturday, pretty decent chance of rain on Saturday in Lincoln County. And in Albuquerque, a slight chance of rain throughout the rest of the week, except for Friday night. You've got a pretty good chance of rain. 91 for the high today, 61 tonight, and 90 tomorrow. 5-day forecast. That's easy. All you got to do is go to W105radio.com. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Fins and Artesia. Big specials going on right now, like fry your thighs and drumsticks, 99 cents a pound. Get the country style ribs, $1.77 a pound. And the choice beef steaks, chuck steaks, $6.99 a pound. And raw shrimp, just $7.99 a pound. Plus, they've got everything to build tacos, like the lean ground beef on sale for $4.99. Chorizo, two tubes of the chorizo, just $3. Plus, in the produce department, they've got the red and green seedless grapes for $1.99 a pound. White onions, 2 pounds for $1. Jalapenos are just 69 cents a pound. And in the deli department, they've got everything to start making sandwiches. White bread, just $1.58 a loaf. Plus the mesquite smoked turkey breast, $7.49 a pound. Beef pastrami is $10.99 a pound. Black Forest ham for $5.99 a pound. And at Fins and Artesia, they always have the coldest beer in town. I've tested it. They do. Plus, they always have beverages like Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite on sale. This week's 20-pack is just $9.99. Get it today. I can't even imagine a teen killing somebody just to get their car. But it happened in Albuquerque, and KRQE News 13 received a new video of one of the teens that has been charged with killing a man just to steal his car. And he has been behind a high-profile crime, involved in crime since the age of 14 years of age. Our juvenile justice system continues to fail us, and the governor will be not. She's calling special session. We're doing nothing about juvenile crime, our crime, And what about Child Protective Services, or CYFD? Oh, wait, they're losing another secretary.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that coming up. But this kid's been in trouble since he was 14. Family members say that they walked up to an officer, asked about how to turn somebody in.
Yeah.
He was speaking on behalf of Javante Rios. Rios is one of the kids that he's 19 years of age at this time, has been in trouble with the police since he was 14, and he killed 37-year-old Christopher Sanchez. Police say Sanchez confronted them outside of his home after they were trying to steal his truck. We have to do something about juvenile justice because there is no justice for the victims.
No. And back in 2021, he tried to kill a woman to pay off a debt to someone else. And she survived and testified against him in 2021 when he was 14.
And you let him out.
Yeah.
You know, these legislatures. And you know what? I posted up yesterday. This yesterday. And I think it is so, I mean, when we think about, people that are being let out of jails left and right, why aren't we holding the judges responsible?
Right.
I'm just asking, why aren't we? I mean, if a bartender can go to jail over serving a drunk person that drives, shouldn't the judges go to jail for letting criminals out? And then they go on to kill somebody?
Well,
I just want you to think about that a second.
Their excuse is going to be they're bound by the law. And they have to
But
let
you're
them out.
not bound by the law to circumvent the law and let people out of jail.
Amen. I agree with you.
I mean, look at the young lady that died in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right.
That guy had been in trouble so many times, and they keep letting him out. Hell, they might let him out again.
Well, even his mother.
Let him walk the streets.
Even his mother said he shouldn't have been on the
And
street.
his stepbrother, too. I think they had begged
That's
somebody
crazy.
to keep him locked up.
We need to
I'd
bring
say
back
straight.
asylums is what we need to do.
Yeah, but we also need to start holding the judges responsible.
Agree.
And if somebody has mental conditions, I saw it again yesterday. They aren't competent to stand trial. Well, don't let them out on the street then.
Well, that's this kid. He's got a competency hearing coming up.
Oh.
And
as a kid, you know what he needed? He needed that ass whipping hearing.
Yep.
That's what he needed.
Yep.
That's what he needed. And for those that say, "Oh, we can't have corporal punishment for kids," I grew up with corporal punishment.
Yeah. Most
You know what
of
it
us
taught me?
did.
Don't mess up.
Yep.
And society is going to hell in a handbasket when we started. Oh, we can't have corporal punishment. We're going to do timeout. Well, timeout doesn't damn work.
Even the Bible says, and how many thousands of years is this? Spare the rod, spoil the child.
That's right.
Do you remember Adrian Peterson, the great football player from Oklahoma, went on for,
he got in trouble for spanking his kid.
Yeah, for spanking his kid with a switch.
My grandmother used to make me go out and
would
pick
light our butts up with a switch.
No, there was a bush outside, and she'd go get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't come
At
back
least you
with
got to pick your
some
own.
little bitty one because you didn't want that. What was going to happen if you did that? You got one.
Yeah, the small ones are the ones that really hurt.
Yeah.
I never got hit
that's
with
what
the
happened.
switch. No, my dad whooped us with his belt, man.
Oh, okay.
My dad would get us with his belt. My mom would use hangers, fly swatters,
Chancla.
chanclas. Yeah. And so Patrick and I talk about that, how we grew up different, and his dad would make them go get switches. And he said, I was such a smart butt. He said, I went out and got a little bitty one. He told him, try again. So he went out and drug a huge branch in. And so his dad.
Dad got him.
I'm just saying, hey, we'll do that question another day. Corporal punishment, without corporal punishment, where are we today?
Exactly.
Serious.
Yeah.
That is a
We've got,
good question,
I
B.
mean, look at New Mexico. We are just a mess, just a mess when it comes to, kids
Soft.
getting in and out of juvenile. And then where did they go from there? They go right to prison.
Mhm.
Well, and look how soft the kids are.
Oh, God.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
spanking taught me don't do it again.
How many coaches' paddles have you had?
Oh, many.
It taught
Many.
you, though, didn't it?
I remember when we mooned that 80-year-old lady that was by the field house. We all got it. I'm
Yeah.
talking about he lined us up like 30 kids and he was wore out by the time I felt bad for the old dude.
Oh, man.
I mean, he wore our butts out. And then I got home and I got it again.
So back then, coaches could whoop y'all's butt? Y'all didn't have to go
Absolutely.
to the
Oh, yeah.
principal?
Well,
No.
coaches were the disciplinarians.
Wow.
Because
back in the day.
they also, and I think they still do, they taught classes as well. I mean, they were usually not like really sophisticated classes, but they taught classes.
I know like at the school I went through, they looked at our grades.
Uh-huh.
And they would say if you had a D, man, they would call you into the field house office and go, you better pick this up.
Yep.
You need some tutoring, you need some help. We'll do, we'll see whatever the case is. So coaches had multiple hats. And I think to a certain degree, a lot of coaches still do that. I think they do. Job growth yesterday, job growth numbers came out, and this is for the year through the month of March, and they had to take about 911,000 jobs. They had to revise that and take out 911 jobs, 911,000 jobs, because this is April 24th through March of 2025. So Biden was in office and then Trump came in the office. And so this is part of January, February, March for Donald Trump. And then
Right.
9 months for Joe Biden. But I would rather know the true jobs numbers, but we created almost 1 million less jobs last year than previously reported. So the job market, they say, is in the toilet right now.
Is it?
But I see help wanted signs everywhere.
Right.
So I don't know how the job market can be. And you know what? If you're looking for a job today, just remember this. This is what my old man told me a long time ago. The job that you're going to get today is not the job that, that you might want for the rest of your life. But it's the job you need today that will get you the job that you want tomorrow.
Oh, I like that.
So you will have to do some crappy jobs to get you where you're not going to start off as CEO.
Right.
This is a problem where people think they're going to start off as CEO. All right, big news when it comes to tariffs yesterday. We'll get to that up next. Running late this morning, being brought to you by Pops Power Washing. 11 years, Eric has never been late. Yeah, and he can get out to your facility and take care of your oil field equipment. He can power wash and clean up your spills. He can take care of your fleet. Get in touch with him. 575-704-0330. Brought to you by Pops Power Washing. Call them today. 11 years and never late. Look, if you've been waiting on your power washing guy and they've been late, you might want to make the switch to Eric. 575-704-0330. Call him today. 11 years and never late. Monica in the text, 634.
Good morning, y'all, said Slick. Good morning, Slick. Fat Pappy said, I'll whoop the shite out of a kid. Your own kids or like anybody's kids, Fat Pappy? Big Trucker C says, if they're not competent to stand in trial, they shouldn't be competent to buy a firearm.
Or walk the street.
Or walk the streets.
Walk the streets, yeah.
One note on that murder in North Carolina, Kevin Pam Bondi announced that since it was on a mass transit, they are taking it over at the federal level. I think maybe this time that SOB might get what he should have got a long time ago. I agree. Cool Hanlon said, Their pet peeve is they hate to see things done in a that's good enough way.
Amen.
What you know what I call that, and this comes from my old man also. Yeah, at what point do you become your old man? But my old man had another saying about when it comes to the P word, performance leads to same results. So if you're not going to put forth the effort, you're not going to get great results. So,
yeah.
I think I'm turning into my dad.
Well, I mean, that means that he raised you right? Like
Yeah.
if you follow the example of your father, that means that he did something right, whether it's hereditary or whether he taught you.
Blake, I think I'm suffering from that white privilege, having a dad that taught me stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. White privilege.
Remember
dad
last
in the
week the
household.
liberals said I had white privilege because my dad played ball with us every day, and all the kids in the neighborhood, even the kids that didn't have kids,
I like that
didn't have
definition.
dads around.
Let's make that the definition of white privilege. A whole family, a father figure.
Oh, well, that's what they said.
I like it.
Continue, Monica.
Blippy has his own show, but there are 3 guys who portray him. He has an orange and a blue costume. This must be the parent of a young person.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. The Nokia 3310 with the pull-out antenna, known as the Brick, was a tough phone, said a texter. And when Kevin
Yeah.
when Kevin says Massachusetts, it sounds like massive to, and then you pick the word that goes behind
Chips.
that.
Hey, I haven't had a Red Bull today, but I'll screw that word up anyway.
Amen.
When I was young, back in the day, uncles had permission to bust your.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not only that, you remember the whole thing about the village,
Yes.
raises the kids?
Yes.
My neighbors.
Yes.
If my neighbor saw me doing something,
Yep.
Miss Merle Muley lives right next to us.
Yeah.
Would wear my butt out too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what this texter said. Back when the village had a hand in the raising of us all.
Amen.
Yep.
Artesia Breakfast Club fan says, I love my cheap flip phone now. And my first cell phone, says Big D, was a NEC mini Zach Morris phone. That's funny. And this person's pet peeve is when the TV is on and someone has the volume up on their phone.
Right.
Oilfield safety guy says, my biggest pet peeve are the people that get shopping baskets and leave them in the middle of the parking area or the driver lane. It's one thing if they are handicapped, but these perfectly able-bodied young people wear me out. They're usually pretty close to one of the return areas as well. I agree, oilfield safety guy. I agree. Cordy says, happy hump day. Hello, guys. And hi, Monica. Hi, Cordy. Johnny, the RV guy, says, we used to have a teacher in junior high that ran down 5 reps and swung the paddle because he was so short and a very small man. Aww. And Chris in Carlsbad said, Kevin, timeout does work. I named my paddle timeout. And if my kids got out of line in public, I just asked them, do you want timeout? They knew it was a paddle and they straightened right up.
Amen. That'll work.
There you go.
You know, I am quick to go to the paddle. Like Patrick had to put it in the safe because I bust out with that with that paddle, and I'm like, I give 0 chances when it comes to. Now I obviously
Zero
have
tolerance
to.
at
But
Monica's
yeah,
house.
That paddle is my best
Patrick was
friend.
like, I'm putting this thing in the safe because
Kids, I'm saving
not
you.
getting the
That's
paddle
exactly
enough.
what he said. He was like,
I'm
because
not getting the paddle enough.
Kids, I'm saving you.
Nokia was an early model phone. Remember the snake game? Says Lovington Patrick.
I hated that ring.
And do you guys remember the Nextel Push or Talk PTT? Said Matt Landry. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
The push to talk.
Talking about phones, that reminds me. My phone pet peeve is people holding their phone away from them and carrying on that conversation in the middle of everybody. And I'm like,
you know what it is? When they put it on speaker for everybody to hear.
Yeah.
And then they've got it held away from them. I'm like,
I hate that.
Dude,
Talk on the phone.
Invest in a pair of headphones.
Yeah.
They work great.
Or, I don't know, hold it up to your ear and carry on a conversation. Either one. I don't want to
All
be
right, one
part
more,
of it.
Monica. I'll get to the thought for the day.
I read last night that a legislator is bringing a bill to hold judges accountable for releasing career criminals when they commit these severe crimes. The bad thing is, it's
Yeah.
a little too late.
It's
Yeah.
never.
But it would be welcome for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to the tweet of the day coming up, Blake. We'll get to that in a second. Thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. They've got 40 years of experience serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable, boom or bust. They are there for you. 575-622-4160. WakefieldOil.com for more information. They deliver diesel, all in gas, DEF, whatever it is that unleaded, and interstate batteries. WakefieldOil.com for more information. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is all together is written separately, but separately is written all together. It's my thought for the day. Let's get to the price of oil this morning. Being brought to you by our buddies at Wilbanks LLC. Look, these folks have been around since 1981, serving the Permian Basin. They've got 4 decades of experience. They've got a great reputation, and they're ready to help you with any type of crane services that you need. Cranes, crane services. Look, they've got the men and women to help you with your next project. Doesn't matter what the next project is. Battery builds, wireline, frac, plant builds. Maybe it's compression. They can take care of the, consider the team at Wilbanks LLC. I've said it once. I've said it a million times. Do business with people that do business on this show. Please, till next time you need any type of crane services, call Wilbanks today. They've been around since 1981. 575-746-6318. Call them today.
West Texas Intermediate is up 71 cents at 63.34. Brent crude is up 67 cents at 67.06. Everybody's making money. Natural gas is off about 8 cents at $3.03, and the wholesale cost on a gallon of gasoline this morning is still $1.99. Kevin?
Right, Supreme Court has agreed to quickly review the Trump tariffs, so that is a good thing. That happened yesterday. To quickly decide the question surrounding Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs. And Scott Bassett, the Treasury Secretary, said, we must do this quickly or it will bankrupt America. We've got all this money coming in, and now it's just, are we going to be able to collect the money? We had the highest revenue last month when it came to tariffs, $41 billion collected last month. And so Federal Court of Appeals put it on hold. We'll see where and it's all based on the Emergency Economic Powers Act. The president has the right to invoke tariffs. This is, look, that shouldn't even be a question because we've had other presidents. Look, Joe Biden had tariffs.
Yep.
Every president has had tariffs. Supreme Court will quickly review that, and it doesn't give when, but they said it will be going into the top of the stack. By the way, lower tariffs taking effect for November.
Yeah.
For September 16th for Japan. So lower tariffs for Japan, which is good. A lot of cars coming in, a lot of other things coming from Japan. We need that deal with China. And that's been kind of on hold as China negotiates with everybody else. We need the deal with China. That's the number one. Looks like federal judge yesterday sided with the city of Hamtramck, Michigan, in the case challenging the city's 2023 policy prohibiting the display of LGBTQ pride flags at all other non-governmental flags on public-owned property. The ruling resources for the city's stance maintains the government should be neutral and that no other flags besides governmental flags should fly on government property. Blake, your thoughts on this?
I think no other flag should fly on government property. That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
None.
So you're wondering what flags will be, and by the way, that's an all Muslim city council. And so the POW flag, MIA flag would be acceptable, city flag, state flag, and the United States flag. Thank you for that. Police arrested an 18-year-old in Las Cruces involved in a shooting. So the 18-year-old now facing charges after being accused of the shooting that left a woman dead and a man injured. According to Las Cruces Police Department, the shooting happened about 4:30 last Thursday at a park. Police say that Julia Clark, 19, was shot and airlifted to a hospital in El Paso. Police say that Clark died Saturday from her injuries. The other shooting victim was a 19-year-old man who was taken to the hospital with injuries and that were not believed to be life-threatening. Police arrested a individual on that arrest. And by the way, he faces charges of voluntary manslaughter and tampering with evidence. All right, it looks like North Carolina Republican House delegation demanding that this judge be fired who freed the accused murderer that killed that little Ukrainian refugee. We hear it all the time. Well, they're just coming here for a better life. She was coming here for a better life. How many times had this guy been arrested?
Like 14?
Prior. 14 times. What does it take? 15?
Whoa.
And apparently this judge didn't have a law degree. Like, wasn't a lawyer.
Well, so the judge was a magistrate judge.
All right.
So magistrate judges, they don't even in New Mexico, they don't have to have a law degree, so to speak.
Everywhere is that way. So justice of the peace or magistrate. I didn't realize he was. I didn't realize that's what he was.
Yeah. Greg Abbott expected to issue an executive order today putting an age requirement on THC products. So he wouldn't override the he vetoed the THC policy that came down from the legislature, but he says you have to be at least age 21, minimum age 21 to buy THC.
Okay.
So same as drinking.
Okay.
I think most people can live with that.
Well,
and also in
Texas,
Texas,
so
yeah, in Texas, Sharia law comes knocking in Texas. Greg Abbott slamming the door on Sharia law. Signed a law that bans Sharia law and Sharia compounds in Texas.
Good.
No businesses, no individual should fear fools like this. That's his words. That's not my words. Greg Abbott shutting down. Remember the whole idea of the Epic compound?
Well,
shutting all of that down.
And we played the cut the other day of the people in Houston trying to go to those businesses to shut them down.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. They've added lottery tickets to places that anybody that sells lottery tickets, they're going to go into your business. So if you sell any type of alcohol, pork, or lottery tickets, they're coming after your business. So Greg Abbott, thanks for having the intestinal fortitude to actually say no to Sharia law. Look, you can be a Muslim and live in Texas and live a good life in Texas, but you're not going to take Sharia law and put it before Texas law. You want that? Go to Missouri, go to Michigan.
Yep. And thank you, Greg Abbott, for listening to this show.
Yeah, thank you. All right, we're going to talk about the Secretary of Child, Youth, and Families. They're looking for another one. How many is this? 6, 7, 8, 9?
A lot.
Craziness. Nuts. Man. All right, let's do the tweet of the day. We'll go back to the text line. It's already 10 minutes away from 7 o'clock. We are via the Breakfast Club Morning Show this morning, being brought to you by Zia Guns. You can find them 1907 North Main in Roswell. always lots of ammo. Benchmade knives and Benchmade knives. They've got ammo. New shipments coming in. If you need a brand new rig for hunting, trade in your old gun to get a better gun. They do that. Have guns for sale, but they give you fair pricing. They sell new and pre-owned guns. And if you're looking for personal protection, they have lethal and non-lethal personal protection. Go in there and chat with them. They offer great service, and they're good people. They've been around a long, long time. 1907 North Main in Roswell. As you're driving through Roswell, if you're out of town, you're going to see the big sign with the Zia symbol on it. Very easy to find. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell, 575-622-0023. Chat with them today. Tweet of the day being brought to you by Zia Guns, 651.
How many children or people are totally unvaccinated? Is that where do you find? Is it just the parents that stepped up and said? I would think that's a very small percentage because so many of us blindly followed, the recommendations to vaccinate children.
Yeah, it's less than 1% of the public. So the Amish are a perfect example of a large group of people who are largely unvaccinated. And there's we can't find an autistic kid who was unvaccinated. It's very, very rare in the Amish community, very, very rare. You won't find kids with ADD, with autoimmune disease, with panda pans, with epilepsy. You just don't find any of these chronic diseases in the Amish. And the U.S. government has been studying the Amish for decades, but there's never been a report out to the public. The reason, of course, is it would show that, if you don't follow our guidelines, you're going to end up healthier. That's why there's no report. After decades of studying the Amish, there's no report because the report would be devastating to the narrative. It would show that the CDC has been harming the public for decades and saying nothing and burying all this.
And you know what? I have people that I'm friends with, and their child is autistic, and they truly believe that it was vaccines. Look, margarine is a perfect example. Our cancer rate in the United States has more than, I want to say, tripled in the United States.
Yeah, it's almost
after 1976.
Almost
after
quadruple.
1976. What's that?
Almost quadruple.
So 1976, something happened. Blake, you know what happened in 1976?
Margarine was introduced for the very first time.
Margarine was 100% correct. Margarine was introduced. And that's why, my mother had margarine in her fridge. I threw it away.
Yep.
Threw it away. I don't want to consume margarine. And you can believe it's not butter because it ain't butter.
Use butter. Use real butter.
I buy real butter, and guess what? About 3 years ago, I started using real butter. The food tastes so much better. If you scramble eggs with butter, real butter, and I use the salted butter, it just has so much flavor. Tastes better. And it's actually much better for you. So think about that. Governor of New Mexico, Blake, has decided she needs a new secretary. Well, I think the secretary decided she needed to be gone. But this is 6 or 7 secretaries
I think
of CYFD.
I want to say 6, but I think it's 7.
Yeah, I don't remember. I ran out of fingers, but the Michelle Lujan Gresham spoke about the retirement of CYFD Secretary Teresa Cazanas, and look, the department is going to find somebody else. The governor said.
Anybody need a job? Because they'll just fill the seat, especially if you just
she
say
went
you're a
on
Democrat.
to Yeah, she went on to praise her for her longtime friend. Now, didn't she served under the administration in a different capacity and then
Sure.
became secretary 2 years ago. So she lasted 2 years.
Wow. Well, it's like,
And by the way, when somebody abruptly retires,
yeah,
that's usually they are not being allowed to do their job. That's what it tells me.
Yep.
So if we should have a special session on anything, it shouldn't be on universal health care. Who's paying for that? Monica, who pays for universal health care?
We do.
The taxpayers pay for that. You know, as the federal government decides, hey, we're going to cut a bunch of this funding, New Mexico goes, oh, no, we're going to inject the steroids. We're going to pay for that. We'll become the first state to pay for universal child care. Child care is expensive. I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm all about helping people. But there's also a lot of people that don't work and use child care as a way to get the kids out of the house.
Well, and
think about that one.
This plan she has for this is she's going to ask lawmakers for about $150 million, 120 in particular, but then another 20 and another 10 for various things, just to fund this initiative. It's $150 million recurring.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, one thing that will bite you on the butt is recurring debt.
So,
and she has added so much money to our state budget that is just recurring. It never goes away.
No.
It will never disappear.
Right.
So she's looking for another secretary for CYFD.
Well, but you know,
And
she's
but she believes, Blake, that they're making progress and CYFD is moving in the right direction. Even though how many kids have died in the hands of CYFD this year?
I can't count them all.
Remember, we had the kid that was wandering in the streets of Albuquerque by himself? How many kids have been let go home with a bunch of drug addicts, people that are addicted to fentanyl or meth?
Too many.
And the kid ends up dying.
Too many.
But she has
So
a
I don't think we're
history.
heading in the right direction.
She has a history of bringing people in and then moving them to these positions. Example, Nora Meyer Sackett used to be her communications person.
Okay.
So sending out the press releases and everything.
Sure.
And now, like a few months ago, she was announced as the new secretary for the economic development.
Well,
for the state.
She's looking for yes men and women,
Yes.
people that go along with whatever she says.
100%.
That's all she's looking for.
100%.
Yep. All right. Looks like the cut number one, Blake. We did vaccines. Cut number one. We're talking about banning. Help me here.
China.
Oh, banning foreign ownership of farmland, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yes. And there's this is about 40 seconds long. In the middle, like 12 seconds, I couldn't edit out because she rambles. But anyway, here we go.
Today, we announced the USDA's National Farm Security Action Plan. This plan includes 7 key action items, and there's a lot of people here that I want you to hear from, so I'm not going to go one by one, but just very quickly. It's on our website. The press has gotten a preview of it, and we can ask some questions once we finish the main program. But very quickly, and perhaps the most important, the first of the 7 is securing and protecting American farmland ownership, actively engaging at every level of government to take swift legislative and executive action to ban the purchase of American farmland by Chinese nationals and other foreign adversaries.
I would rather the wording be all foreigners cannot buy land in America.
Right.
That's if I had my druthers.
Well,
That's
because
the way
foreign
I would do it.
adversaries can change.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like the stabbing North Carolina. Where's the coverage? Where's the coverage on this? It took CNN 3 days to finally get a story rolled up on this. Cut number 2. How many prior arrests did this guy have?
This was a couple of weeks ago, and the media had to be goaded into covering it once the video came out. You talk about all the coverage, the breathless coverage with Daniel Penny. You talk about how media and politicians love to talk about migrants and refugees. Look how much coverage Kilmar Abrego Garcia got. How many press conferences were there for him? How many people flew to El Salvador to visit him? Where are the press conferences for this young Ukrainian woman? It's been crickets.
Yep, crickets. Ben Shapiro talked about that stabbing. Here's what Ben had to say about the stabbing. Then we'll hear from President Trump talking about this violence. And CNN, why haven't you said anything?
Unfortunately, Jesse, I think it's perfectly obvious why the media deep sixes this particular story. And the answer is perfectly obvious when you look at the races of the people involved. If this had been a black victim and a white perpetrator, then it would have led the news nightly for months on end. You would have had riots in the streets. If it's the reverse situation, the media will completely ignore it because it doesn't match up with their preferred narrative of a white supremacist country that is cracking down on black people, even though statistically speaking, obviously, the vast majority of crime is intra-racial, meaning white on white or black on black. Black on white crime on a per capita basis is significantly higher than white on black crime. That does not match up with the media narrative about white supremacy in the United States.
Do you also feel like they're sensitive to being called racist by their friends, family, and colleagues for highlighting black crime?
There's no question about that. In the echo chamber that the legacy media live in, if you even mention black on white crime, then you are immediately seen as racially discriminatory in some way, because the basic idea on the left is that white against black is really the story of America, as opposed to blacks committing crimes against white people. To even mention that is to undermine the entire narrative of the 1619 Project, for example.
Let's just call it what it is. It is what it is. And that's the way we should look at it. President Trump spoke out yesterday about these Democrat-run cities that have all this senseless crime. He denounced it yesterday. Here's Donald Trump.
For far too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people, really very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists, and they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it. And this is a picture of the woman, a beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead.
So Donald Trump talking about the senseless killings. CNN, of course, they've been silent. Here's what they had to say about the senseless killings.
Horrific new video of a Ukrainian refugee's murder caught on camera. It is absolutely horrific. Trump is now seizing on this to push his nationwide crackdown.
That's it. That's it. That's what CNN says. It's not about the worder. It's about Trump. Thank you so much. CNN. Mm-hmm. You wonder why you're in the garbage. That could be why. Looks like they're going to push this thing back. Man, when will this woman get justice? Cheryl Williams Staples, a former lawman with big time in the Democratic Party of New Mexico. Her trial date has now been rescheduled to March of 2026. Man went over the edge, drove his car over the rim of the Grand Canyon at the park. My goodness. Beginning of the story talked about suicide. Was it suicide? Looks like the Colorado man died Sunday after his car went over the edge of the rim at the Grand Canyon National Park. He plunged hundreds of feet. Park rangers learned about this about 12:40 p.m. when the car with a single occupant, plunged to over the rim of the Grand Canyon. They believe they recovered the body about 300 feet below the rim. and both chambers of Congress have filed a cashless bail nationwide. So both the House and the Senate have filed a bill that would end cashless would end cashless bail.
Amen.
Nationwide. By the way, the
Amen.
Democrats are going to fight against this, and I'm going to tell you why they're going to fight against this. They're going to fight this because they're going to say that poor people are going to be discriminated against with cashless bail.
No. We're going to keep criminals in jail.
Well, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. The race is on in Roswell with the finishing touches beginning for the national championship air races. They are, of course, set to take off today. So if you're heading to Roswell, if you're traveling to Roswell, welcome to New Mexico. Las Vegas buffets are dying breed as casinos push for a younger, cooler food hall options. Look, this story, and this is a Fox story, made it out to be that buffets are just dying this year. You really want to know the truth about buffets in Las Vegas? COVID killed the buffets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ever since, look, me and the wife went to Vegas during COVID. Well, I would say towards the end of COVID. We got hotel rooms for like $19. Serious. We could have stayed at the Trump casino and it would have been like $50.
Wow.
$19 for hotel rooms. And there were no buffets. We went back to Vegas last year. I think there was one buffet. That's it.
But how expensive was it?
Well, $50, and I can't eat $50 worth of food.
No.
I just can't. All right, we're going to talk about the lowest grades. 12th grade. Can 12th graders read? We'll get to that coming up. And Blake, cue up, if you would, cut number 8. We'll go to that in a second. That's Teresa Leger Fernandez. I want to play that before we take a break. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning between Jowl and Carlsbad and you need fuel, that's easy. Just exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles and fill her up. They sell unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF value. And look, they accept all your credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. So don't sweat it next time you're on 128. Head down to the Twin Wells Fuel Station, reminding you to be safe on the road. Check them out today. Looks like 12th grade math and reading scores are way low. We'll get to that next. Monica in the tech.
All right. B, there is no casino in the Trump in Vegas. Before we go on with the text, Frank is on the phone. Do you want to go to him real quick?
Really?
That's what they're saying.
You really?
Gary from the patch
I took a picture of last year right in front of it. Go ahead, Frank first. Morning, Frank. How you doing?
Doing good, sir. Doing good. Yeah, and that young lady, I think her name was Irina. I can't pronounce correctly her last name, so I don't want to destroy it. But she came for a better life, and that's the Democrats and the globalists, the deep state plan is to create havoc on America. And that young lady, she could have been better if the Democrats wouldn't have done what they did, was let no bail. They did without the bail, no bail for crimes, and also the judge that let him loose several times. She's now under investigation because that Brown guy, Carlos Brown, the murderer, he was under her supervision for. He was in a program that he was getting counseled by her. He owned like a counseling firm or something like that for addicts and for people that are supposedly, hurting for money or for jobs or for education and stuff like that. So she was getting kickbacks because the more people she lets loose, the more she signs them up for benefits of getting help for this and getting help for that, which we're all good for getting help. But when you let loose a murderer or a guy with a long rap sheet, that's totally wrong. And her mom, Carlos Brown's mom, went to his last court case and said, please don't let him loose on the streets. He's going to kill somebody. And lo and behold, that's what he ended up doing. And that's because the Democrats, they don't want us to have a wonderful life in America. They want us to have a terrible life like in other countries. And that's why other countries were praying for President Trump to win, because he is the person for law and order. He's not perfect. Only Jesus was perfect. But he's the best that we can right now. And we have to pray for him, for his administration, and for everybody that wants good things in this world. We all bleed red, but the evil Democrats and the globalists, they don't sleep. They want to destroy this country, sir.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, appreciate you, Frank. Thank you so much for checking in with us. All right, math and reading scores are at a new low. Very so we got kids that and they're graduating kids that have math and reading scores at a all-time low. By the way, assessment started in 1992, so that will give you. But our 12th grade readers, 12th grade proficiency slid 2%, and reading 35%, math only 22%. 12th graders that aren't proficient in math and reading.
That is why.
All-time low. Yesterday, the assassin's trial began. Ryan Ruth. Talk about a shite show. Of course, he's his own attorney. And the judge threw out a bunch of stuff, but the jurors have been picked. And so the trial has been set. Breaking Bad actor Raymond Cruz arrested for allegedly posing a woman. Agents called the charges outrageous. So Raymond Cruz, Breaking Bad, also starred on the movie The Rock, arrested Monday allegedly spraying a woman with a hose while he washed his car in Los Angeles. Now, what is that, an assault charge?
Yeah, probably.
He assaulted her with water. She was very, very upset.
Assaulted her with the hose.
And Sotomayor slammed the Supreme Court ruling that upheld the Trump ICE raids. She's very upset. Very upset, saying constitutional freedoms have been lost. What freedoms? I mean, I respect judges. Most of them. So what constitutional freedoms have been lost in America? Monica, I asked this question yesterday to my green card holding wife, to my son and his girlfriend that are both Hispanic. Are you guys scared? Bunch of fear mongering going on. Sotomayor is at the top of the list. What freedoms have been lost in America for Hispanic people?
None.
What?
None.
Absolutely none. And then you got a representative, Teresa Leger Fernandez from New Mexico. And Blake, I'm just warning you, at some point I'm going to say cut her off because she is feeding the whole idea of scare tactics. By the way, I should have done that question. Are you scared? Hispanic folks, are you scared to walk the streets? Listen to Teresa Leger Fernandez talk about, and look, her last name is Leger.
Her dad's name
she
was
married
Ray.
Fernandez. But listen to what she had to say about being Hispanic and being scared.
Mr. Speaker, I'm Latina, I'm a citizen, and I speak Spanish.
White woman.
My family has been in Nuevo Mexico for 17 generations. Today, ICE can now detain
Her
me
husband's
if they hear me talking to my tía saying something like, hoy la Corte Suprema puso a todos los latinos en peligro de ser detenidos por ICE. Les dieron permiso de detener a cualquier
Cut her
persona que
off.
parezca la...
Cut her off. Like I can't take her a moment more. The whole idea that you are going to be detained because you're speaking Spanish is nothing but a bunch of BS.
Correct.
And it hurts that you have a sitting representative that is putting out fake news. But that's exactly what that is, fake news.
Well, her and Gabe Vasquez both. They're peas in a pod.
Absolutely.
And if
Why-
Melanie
why are
Stansbury
you-
could get away with it, she would too. But there is nothing more white and rich than Melanie Stansbury.
So look at Teresa Leger Fernandez. Her maiden name is Leger.
Leger.
Leger. Does that sound Hispanic to you?
No, her dad's name was Ray.
That's why
Raymond.
no matter what, she continues to use her ex-husband's name, even though they've been separated and divorced for a long, long time.
Now, she may have Hispanic heritage somewhere way back, but she's a white girl.
And so may I.
Right.
So may I. I might have Spanish blood running through me also.
But she's a white girl. Let's be honest. Miss Cultural Appropriation.
Stolen. She's stealing identities. Unbelievable.
Cultural
All
appropriation.
right, Monica, we'll go to the text quickly because we are very late. 16 after the hour, 7 morning show this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing and Insurance Specialist, licensed, bonded, and of course they are insured. And they work with the insurance companies a whole bunch. 30 years experience, 30 years of giving free estimates, and 30 years of having the A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. That's very important when you're looking for a roofer. Stay away from the shade tree roofers. Yeah, because, they give you that 30-year warranty, and then the warranty is expired the minute they drive off your lot. Just saying. The minute they drive away from your house, you have no warranty. It's not good. It's a worthless piece of paper. 575-318-9725. Get in touch with Dwayne Pennick today. 30 plus years of experience, great reputation. Call Dwayne Pennick today. A Custom Construction and Roofing. Monica and the text will check the weather and then take a break.
My biggest pet peeve is a dirty kitchen, says this texter. Smokey in Arizona said, good morning, you guys. And Monica, I hope y'all have a good day. We had a holiday last week. I don't get time off, said this texter. Mike from Edgewood said, the flyby media isn't really covering the murder in North Carolina as it's black on white, which doesn't fit their agenda. And good morning. A couple of points yesterday. I'm not sure if someone mentioned, but the Caesar salad was invented in Tijuana by an Italian chef, Caesar Cardini. At Hagerman, we had corporal punishment by the oldest educator at the time, Mrs. Franklin. Wasn't that bad, but when she left, oh boy, did them coaches give out some hard swings. Racist, sexist, liberal said if it wasn't for Democrat president, Frank wouldn't be
We wouldn't be
over.
broke. Is that what you're saying?
Racist, sexist, liberal is making fun of Frank. Monica Hader says, y'all need to put a time limit on Frank. Listen, we love Frank. He makes more
He
sense
didn't
than
talk
you
that
guys. No, and they just can't, they don't like his facts. My pet peeve is people dragging their shoes when walking.
Oh.
Gary from the Patch said they wouldn't give Trump a casino license in Vegas or Atlantic City. So there is no casino in the
Look,
Trump.
it is a hotel. It's a hotel. You can stay there. It's right on the strip. It's beautiful. It's all gold. It's nice, but you could still get $50 a night rooms there. They're now like $200.
And dang, guys, I'm hearing y'all loud and clear here in Midland, Texas. Well, thank you. Thank you for letting us know that.
Yeah.
If you want to be appalled, read The Reliance of the Traveler. It is the book of jurisprudence for Sharia law. It instructs Muslims on how to marry children, mutilate women's genitalia, conduct beheadings of homosexuals, and a repugnant array of other rules. Sharia is pure evil, and no American, regardless of political affiliation, should tolerate it. That's Tim Kaye in Midland. Morning 105 crew. Do you think our legislature would ever consider putting in a castle doctrine like Texas has? How well would it help crime go down? My biggest pet peeve is walking into Walmart and you can hear Cubanos speakerphones all the way across the store. My biggest pet peeve is when you're in line at a store and the customer in the front of the line says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I left my purse or my wallet in my car." Then everyone in line has no choice but to wait. NPR
Let me
lover,
pay for that. Yeah.
right? NPR lover says, when I was in school, every teacher had the right to paddle you. The hardest swat I ever got was from my home economics teacher. She had to be around 70. She took me outside and sent me around the football field holding my butt cheeks. That's hilarious. The constitutionalist said, well, technically, most Hispanics are white. We all have European last names. Nemo says his pet peeve is when people suck their teeth. Like that? Yeah, I get it.
I'm telling you.
And did you guys see what the governor in New York said to black people at a rally? He basically said, you're going to get checks soon, so don't spend it all at the liquor store. Dang.
Wow. Yeah, you're typecast.
Yeah, Jimmy Burnside said the thought for the day is kind of like the word butt cheeks. It is one word, or do you spread it apart? Listen, Jimmy.
Either way, Jimmy. Either way. All right,
Hippie-
Monica, let's take our break
Okay.
because we're late. We'll come back with more text. 721, late this morning, as usual.
Per usual.
Not like it doesn't happen every day, but we got a lot of things to get to. Democrats are unhinged. And DEI wokeness. We'll talk about that. And Chuck Schumer. What has happened under Donald Trump? And I'm glad that Stephen A. Smith isn't woke. He is awake. We'll get to that. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror, and Grooming Tool, ×1, ×5, ×10, magnification, bright LED lights, travels easy, weighs less than 4 pounds if you're taking it on the road. It weighs less than 4 pounds if you're flying with it. Not an issue. 575-631-3189. You can call Rebecca Long or go to the website atlasmakeupmirror.com for more information. You can always follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Check them out today. We're coming right back. We're being the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A T-shirt fundraiser is underway to support 2 Lovington women battling cancer with proceeds raised by the Wildcat Athletics. The football team is selling $25 T-shirts, and funds will be given to Adriana Salcido, a Lovington High School teacher battling breast cancer, and Lily Ruiz, a Lovington resident, is battling colon cancer. The volleyball team is also selling $24 to $26 T-shirts and donating the funds to Salcido. To order a T-shirt from the football team, visit the Lovington Wildcat Football Facebook page and send a direct message by Wednesday. And for the volleyball team, visit the LHS Volleyball Facebook page or an individual Lady Cats player to place an order by September 22nd. Some trends have shifted in New Mexico tourism this year compared to last, though the New Mexico Department of Tourism won't publish numbers until the end of the year report. But year to date, the department says money spent in arts and entertainment has increased, while dollars in dining and economy hotels has decreased.
People are still traveling, but how they kind of divvy up their budget is shifting a little bit. So people might be scaling back a little bit more on dining out, but they still are trying to commit to spending on kind of attractions and experiences.
Said New Mexico Tourism Communications Director Cody Johnson, who believes the majority of tourism dollars come from people in New Mexico already and visitors from Texas, Arizona, and Colorado.
We see more folks hitting places like Tucumcari and Gallup, as well as Albuquerque, certainly. But that indicates to us that people are engaging in kind of the Route 66 experience. That's obviously an indicator that people are definitely driving to the state.
And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Take advantage of the big fall values this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Get sirloin cut pork chop, $1.59 a pound. Food Club sliced bacon, 16 ounce, just $3.77. Halo mandarins, 2-pound bag, just $2.99, and watermelons, just $4.99 each. Get Food Club cereals, 32 ounce bag, just $3.98. Food Club orange juice, 64 ounce, just $3.99, and get your Food Club macaroni and cheese, 3 boxes for just $1. There's big value savings to ring in fall at Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where your grocery dollar always goes farther.
Are you tired of working oilfield hours but can't afford not to? The opportunity has opened up for you. Equipment Share is looking for heavy equipment mechanics and shop technicians. Competitive pay, 401k, health, dental, and vision are available. Pay is dependent on experience. Equipment Share will not lose the right candidate over pay. Call Mike at 575-988-4069 for your chance to get paid oilfield monies without the oilfield time. Mike, 575-988-4069. Equipment Share is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking for oilfield, industrial, and safety supplies? Go to America Supply. Need cleaning supplies? America Supply has that too. How about restaurant and food truck supplies? Are you beginning to see a trend here? America Supply carries everything from H2S and quad monitors, fire extinguishers and first aid kits, to safety glasses, vests, FR clothing, fall protection, and gloves of all types. They have your slings and whip checks, your lift straps and cam locks, your adapters, pipe fittings, and threaders. They have many name brands like Lockout, Tagout, Pelican, Milwaukee, Rigid, and so many more. Visit America Supply to find exactly what you're looking for and then some. 502 North Grimes and Hobbs under the Big American Eagle, or call 575-393-3383.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and we got some big news. The team at Permian Ford is teaming up with the team at Permian Toyota, and they're having a post-Labor Day liquidation sale. 2 dealerships competing for your business. Any inventory that makes it through the holiday weekend is being liquidated for 10 big days and in one location at Permian Toyota. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event where you could win up to $25,000 in cash and other great prizes. All winning numbers have been mailed out. The winner could be you. 10 big days to save now through September 13th. Many half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. It's the post-Labor Day liquidation sale located at Permian Toyota. Come see us today through September 13th, 3500 North Grimes Street in Hobbs.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford in Hobbs, New Mexico, home of the lifetime Permian powertrain promise.
Pretty stoked about it.
Be in the Breakfast Club. Use only as directed.
Oh, no offense.
This guy's a real asshole.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Morning show this morning being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa. You can find them in Ruidoso. Yeah, they're in the river crossing. Right now, they're offering 25% off the Diamond Glow treatments that exfoliates your skin. Brings out a brand new glow for your complexion. Right now, they're also offering a discount on micro needling for treatment for your face and neck area, and 25% off all skincare products. And don't forget, they do have a procedure that will help with incontinence and encourages the big O. Buy 2, get 1 free today, and free consultations available. Give them a call, 575-257-4722. Don't forget that if you're living in pain, they also offer stem cell therapy. Get in touch with them today. Fusion Medical Spa, River Crossing, Ruidoso. That is 575-257-4722. Call them today. Researchers showing that cutting back on caffeine may help you have more vivid dreams, as well as better quality of sleep. Just cutting back on caffeine a little bit. You had to tell me this on a day where I got no caffeine this morning. If I have too much caffeine late in the day, most of the time I can sleep well and dream faster because I'm hyped up.
Well,
as far as vivid dreams, how vivid do you really want your dreams to be? I'm just asking. I don't. Cracker Barrel announcing that they're halting plans to modernize their restaurants. The rebranding effort is gone after the backlash. I guess rebranding Cracker Cafe was not a good thing.
Nah.
Cracker Barrel. How much money did they spend on this losing proposition that they backed away from?
They said 700 million, but I don't know that was a total.
700 million.
Yeah, I don't know if they really spent all the money because they didn't do all the remodel.
Yeah, they
and everything.
didn't finish. Yeah, they did, but I think they are going to continue because I saw an ad on TV during a football game, and it was the brand new logo without the cracker sitting in the or without the white guy sitting in the rocker.
That was Uncle Herschel.
No, Uncle Herschel.
Yeah, you know, the one who had a breakfast thing named after him that was the soul of the company.
Yeah. Oh, that guy. Anyway, they're saying that, the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
I guess that would apply there. If it ain't broke, why are you fixing it?
They just needed to make their food better.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with their food. I thought their food was not the issue.
No, the food was the issue. They've had declining sales for a little while. Because, like, if you get the green beans, well, they tasted like they came out of a can, right? And
I mean, I
why
just
not
don't-
have better green beans? Use that ham, fresh green beans for the restaurants because you can get those year round now. Ship
I
them
just
to your
don't
restaurant.
want to. I just don't want to walk by all those, rockers. I mean, that was my complaint. By the way, if you're old enough to remember Iran Contra affair,
Yes,
I just don't want to walk past the damn rockers
because you have to stop at every one of them.
Yeah, exactly. And try them. So,
Oh,
do you remember Iran Contra affair? I mean,
Yes.
it's been 40 years ago.
Yes.
Well,
Ollie North.
Oliver North married his former secretary. Remember Fawn Hall? She testified, and she was 27 years. She was very young when supposedly she testified, but she was his secretary.
Didn't she
and-
do something else? Like, was
I
it?
can't remember
what was
that
what was
was.
Gary Hart's affair name?
No. You're thinking about somebody else.
Okay,
I can't think. Yeah, her name was Jessica Hahn.
that's it.
That was her name.
Yeah.
I think.
I think you're right.
Anyway, Ollie North married his former secretary in Virginia. So congratulations. And Dairy Queen is allowing customers to receive a small blizzard for 85 cents. That coming up September 21st.
Have you noticed there's been a lot of Dairy Queens that closed recently?
Yeah.
Like the one, like they were,
Sad.
yeah. Like
But true.
I don't know if it's a franchise thing or what, because we went through Plains and that one was closed and it was always busy.
Really?
And we went through
I think
Seminole and that one was closed and it was always busy.
It's true. Plains did have a Dairy Queen. Roswell has 2 Dairy Queens. So you're looking for Dairy Queens. That's where. Yeah.
There you go.
Did you guys see the video this morning of the shipping containers toppling off a ship in California?
Yes.
So nearly 70 shipping containers gone in the port of Long Beach in California. That is a disaster because, how do they strap those things down? Because they pile them up like 50 high.
They have locking mechanisms on those.
They lock together.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
well-
mean that happens out at sea too. And that's part of the problem with they just go overboard in really rough seas.
Thank God we've shipped a bunch of stuff to the Philippines and haven't lost anything. But that's a huge issue. 70 containers ended up in the water. Not good. So if you had cars in there, sorry about your cars. Looks like 2 teens arrested for shooting in Clovis that left another teen injured. Here we go again with juvenile crime in New Mexico. Multiple teens under arrest in Clovis as the shootout that happened that left 1 teen injured. Clovis police saying that the Plains Medical Center, that was the site where one teen was shot. He was 15 years old at the time. And you got a 16-year-old driver, and then you got a 15-year-old shooter shooting another 15-year-old. Not good. And the governor is doing nothing about juvenile crime in New Mexico. Missouri House approves redistricting plan, part of a nationwide GOP push to defend the House majority. We actually lost a House member yesterday. A district was flipped from Republican to Democrat. I'm trying to think back where that was from, where that was flipped. But anyway, House majority is getting very, 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 very tight now, as we lost another key position. I think that was Virginia.
It was Virginia, because it was
Yeah,
suburbs
Virginia.
of DC.
Yeah. And so we lost another.
It's the 11th district of Virginia, which actually already leaned left.
Yeah.
So
Israeli. Yeah. And so we're done with that. Looks like Israeli strikes target Hamas leadership in Qatar. I didn't see the interview, but I did see that not Peter Ducey, that Greg this morning had somebody on from Qatar and was talking to him about maybe some type of peace deal. But how quick can this all go to crap with Israeli military targeting senior Hamas leadership in Qatar with an airstrike on Tuesday?
Yeah,
So supposedly Trump is going to be meeting with everybody that's involved in this coming up today.
Well, Qatar thought they were shielded because of their working on the negotiations and with the U.S. And so they were letting the Hamas leadership all stay there.
Oh.
And the Israelis said, we got them all in one place. Let's go after them.
Oh.
So I guess we're not getting that
I figured
plane.
there was another piece that we weren't aware of.
I guess Trump's not getting that plane, huh?
No, I think he's still getting it. I think he's already got it. Aren't they getting it ready?
For him?
Oh, I don't know. I was just like, man.
Well, I
Sad.
think they've already given the plane. I think now the U.S. intelligence agency, or whoever gets the planes ready, I don't know who it is, but whoever gets it ready, they're getting it ready.
Sure.
Going through it all to make sure it's okay and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that could be.
Like, I think we already have it. Like, we already have it.
Looks like Andrews police officer charged with a injury to an infant. The baby was 4 months old, suffered serious injuries, and details being released by the Andrews Police Department about the officer that is now facing a felony charge after the injury of a 4-month-old baby. According to the affidavit from DPS in Texas, Officer Micah Caleb Smith has been charged with injury to a child and causing greater bodily injury. Incident happened on August 20th. And situation began when the baby's mother brought the 4-month-old son to the Permian Regional Medical Center in Andrews. She told the staff that he had accidentally dropped the baby while helping the older child go to the bathroom. Affidavit said that the medical staff looked at the multiple injuries that appeared to be suspicious. Of course, they got in touch with CYFD. CYFD called in the DPS, but the baby had a fractured skull and a brain bleeder and bruising on the back, and had healing from a rib fracture. Doctors indicated the injuries were not consistent with just a simple fall. And so Texas Rangers assigned to this case. And so the Andrews County Sheriff's Office and DPS are now involved in this ongoing investigation. Smith has been formally charged and will remains an active arrest. And a Fort Bliss soldier arrested in Las Cruces and charged with aggravated battery. Other charges could be coming for Ryan Ryder Scott, who was charged with aggravated battery of a household member causing greater bodily harm, false imprisonment, interference with a communication, and battery against a household member. Soldier is stationed at Fort Bliss. How many arrests do you think ICE made in Houston in just 1 week?
500.
Yeah, I was going to say 6. So,
well, they're overachievers, evidently. So, U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement agents in Houston arrested 822 foreign nationals after a week-long operation. Those arrested included transnational gang members, convicted murderers, child sex offenders, and foreign fugitives, and others. 822 in less than 1 week. And the Trump Department of Education says they will protect prayer in school. And I'll say it again, be very careful where you go with this.
Yeah.
I am not against prayer.
Nope.
But under our Constitution, just not about Christian prayer.
Right.
Could be about every other form of prayer.
Right.
And if you do it for one religion, you have to do it for all. And I get it. That majority of people in America are Christian.
Yes.
But majority doesn't rule in this case.
Well, it's freedom of religion. You know, it's not you only get to have one religion with freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Monica, we'll go to you with the text coming up next. First, though, that girl that was stabbed in Charlotte looks like she will be buried in the United States because her family says she really loved America. So her last rites will be here in the United States. 19 minutes away from 8, morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda Pecos, Texas. Look, they've got big savings going on. They're at 810 Eddie in Pecos. 80% fresh ground beef, just $4.99 a pound. Thinking about making tacos? This is perfect for tacos. They also have fryer thighs and drumsticks for 99 cents a pound. Raw shrimp for $7.99 a pound. Get the chuck beef steak for $6.99 a pound. And the country style ribs are just $1.77 a pound. Produce department, red and green grapes are seedless grapes are just $1.99 a pound. White onions, 2 pounds for $1. Jalapeno peppers are just 69 cents a pound. And get the white bread. 1 loaf is just $1.58. Plus, then the deli department, they have everything you're looking for. Black Forest ham, $5.49 a pound. Pastrami is $10.99 a pound. And get the mesquite smoked turkey breast for $7.49 a pound. Plus refreshments. Hey, at La Tienda and Pecos, they have the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, $9.99 for a 20-pack. Get in there today. La Tienda and Pecos, check them out today. They're on Edding Street in Pecos. Monica and the text.
My biggest pet peeve is the people who stand at intersections begging for money. When you offer them food, they won't take it. They really want your money. And these young people that could just go to work, they don't want to get a job. And that was from Hippie from the Patch. Those are his pet peeves. Monica, that chick is as Mexican as I am, says Rocket. My Irish rear is as Mexican as Beto O'Rourke. My pet peeve is having to wait. Ding, ding, ding. Somebody finally said my biggest pet peeve.
Patience is a virtue.
It is, but it just depends on what I have to wait on. Like if I have to wait on something that should take little to like no time, oh Lord Jesus, I'm leaving. I'm done. Like I don't be there. My pet peeve is all these entitled a-holes driving around thinking they're more important than everyone else and they don't need to abide by the rules of the road. Yeah? That's a good pet peeve. My pet peeve is people chewing with their mouth open, as well as Democrats. Says this person. I would like to just say that I enjoy Frank's input on Christianity. Frank, you are the man. Keep up the good work, says Bozo from the Patch. Dairy Queen and Seminole closed due to lack of employees. Their last couple of weeks, they only had one worker apart from the manager. Oh, that's sad. Maddie B says,
Why did they apply for guest worker programs? That's what most dairies do.
I guess that's possible, but that's a different issue. You got a lot of kids looking for work in Seminole, Texas.
Oh, yeah. Maddie B said, good morning. We went to Waco a couple of weeks ago, and I couldn't wait to go through Plains to get Dairy Queen. Much to our dismay, we discovered it was closed. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, the signs are off and everything. It's just an empty building.
Sad. Those shipping containers have large metal turnbuckles called lashing bars that help hold them while at sea. Patrick said his...
Oh, it was a crane that knocked him off. I watched the whole video. A crane like hit it and drug it. No, it drug across, and that's what made them all go.
Being late is Patrick's pet peeve. And then he's like, but I wait on you all the time.
Ooh.
But that's another thing,
so
too.
So he's
like,
having to wait, which is your pet peeve. You're making him do it.
I don't like being late.
I know, but I don't like being too early because I feel like, okay, like church is the perfect example. Like when we go to church.
Patrick, we feel your pain.
I want to get there and just like serve my purpose. Like we can visit and chat afterwards. Like if I get there too early, I feel obligated to go and say hi to everybody and mingle and people. And I'd rather be at home taking the extra time to, take the extra time.
I'm with you.
We feel your pain,
one
Patrick.
of my new pet peeves when you go on these pages, like the community page, and I'll just use the Hobbs community page.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you go on the community page, and there's anonymous people asking for money.
Yes.
And then they're like, my food stamps ran out. My baby needs milk. Well, now look, I'm sure you got a lot of food stamps. And now your baby needs milk. And they're like, if you could drop some milk off to me. Oh, you can't even come get it? And look, I got a soft spot for kids.
Yes.
But at the same time, damn, take care of your kids. Yeah, my food stamps ran out.
Well, they're going to tell you they don't have a car, and if you could just give them a car, that would be okay.
You know what? I'm going to piggyback off of you.
And anonymous,
Kevin,
at that.
that's the thing that I can't stand. I can't stand when people like post to their Facebooks like unspoken prayers. I'm like, I pass. Like I honestly like, if you're not going to tell me what I need to pray for, I'm not sending up this crazy prayer to the Father. Oh, I mean,
right,
I could.
Here's
Please
one
give them
anonymous
purple
participant. Anonymous participant.
Purple unicorn.
I know it's a long shot, but does anybody know or have a spare pair of prescription glasses or long wear contacts that you can give me or donate to me?
Don't they have to be specific for your prescription?
Read that again.
They're looking for contacts or glasses.
OMG.
Yeah, there was one that was up here about the milk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, man, there's food banks all over the place. Yeah, but I need you to bring it to me.
And you're anonymous.
Anything that says anonymous, I'm going to take that to mean you're a scammer.
Mm-hmm.
So I always put, look, instead of giving you something, can I just give you cash? What's your Cash App? So that's another one of my pet peeves.
My Cash App is just my name for anyone who would like to send me cash.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to send me cash, my wife needs milk. So if you want to send me cash, I'd appreciate it.
I have no idea what I'm going to spend it on.
Listen,
Just send me
I would
cash.
be blunt and honest. Listen, I paid all my bills, paid everything. I got about $100 to spend on myself. Can y'all lend me a little? Give me some so I can go buy me a new purse. I'm not struggling. I just
By the way,
want
my
something.
Cash App handle is bcash59. bcash59. So if you want to send me that cash, you can do it now. bcash59. $5, $10, $20, $100 will help with me getting milk for my wife.
Or game tickets.
Look, if you got food stamps, something tells me you probably wasted all your damn food stamps.
Or you sold them to begin with.
Don't act like that doesn't happen. You know, somebody came into town and you spent all your damn money on, barbecue.
Well, and this is an example that money won't solve most people's money problem.
No, you can't handle if you can't budget your food stamps, you can't budget money, evidently. But it's not the kid's fault. Let me be first to say that. It's not the kid's fault.
It is not.
But there are food banks all across New Mexico where you can go and get food.
Amen.
And by the way, next time you get your food stamps, just buy a big box of powdered milk. As a kid, I drank it, and ain't gonna kill your kid.
Right.
Powdered milk. You put a little chocolate milk in there, a little chocolate in there, and they'll be fine. Looks like Supreme Court allowing Donald Trump administration to pause $4 billion in student and foreign aid yesterday. So the aid has been squashed for now, and it's a temporary pause. University of New Mexico professor's lawsuit will not move forward in federal court. So the lawsuit over the punishment that a University of New Mexico professor faces for an inappropriate relationship with a student will no longer move forward in federal court. Nick Floor, associated professor at the Anderson School of Management, was suspended 1 year without pay for he admitted to having a relationship with a student in 2018. So he is trying to reverse course on that. And Taos County Sheriff speaks out about the second suicide at the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge in less than 1 week. And they are asking lawmakers to see if we can put an end to how can we prevent these suicides. So the latest person, Milton Casimir of San Antonio, Texas, drove 15 hours to the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge and committed suicide. He was a veteran suffering from PTSD. I think the more we keep talking about it, it gives people ideas that if they want to commit suicide, they can go jump off this bridge. So this will probably be the last story that I read. Yeah, about this. Because the more we talk about it, the more that gives people ideas on how to commit suicide. So maybe we just don't talk about it. New Ozempic aimed to deliver 30% weight loss and fewer side effects. So a brand new GLP-1 medication coming on the market. It's already had all its research done, and supposedly it's a quadruple action medicine that can lead to even more weight loss. So Ozempic, if that wasn't good enough for you, they're coming out with one on steroids. Unbelievable.
I'll pass.
All right, we're going to do Taking Out Trash coming up next, 7:53 morning show being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. Dry cleaning, pressing, starching, walk in, drop off all your clothes. They can do the wash, dry, and fold also. Hey, and, if you're working in the patch, they can handle your oil field clothes. Not a big deal. And if you want to take care of all your clothes, they have coin-operated machines, open 7 days a week, 609 West Lee in Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad, 406 West Cedar in Loving, check them out today. Monica, quick text, and then we're going to do taking out trash.
Smokey in Arizona said, my biggest pet peeve is when I call somewhere and they say press 1 for English. And that SOB answers and you can't understand. Haas from Morticia says, I need ammo to go dove hunting. Can you please help me?
Hey, put it on Hobbs 411.
Yeah, I got lots of dove ammo. I can help you.
The only Dairy Queen I've seen open is the one in Wolford. Do you mean
Wolford?
Wolford, Texas, or
Yep.
Wolford?
Wolforth,
Wolford, yeah.
outside of Lubbock.
Mm-hmm. And I knew Chris Sanchez from when we were kids. He was an absolute, genuine, good soul, said this texter. It's a dang shame New Mexico doesn't have the death penalty. God knows that POS who murdered my friend deserves it. Aw. My biggest pet peeve is when my favorite radio station app goes down. This past weekend, I was up in the Dakotas and I couldn't listen to you guys.
Sorry.
Thanks to Mr. Will, he got it back up and running.
did.
Thank you so, so much. That's Patricia from West Odessa. Brian says, good morning, you guys. My biggest pet peeve is when people don't answer a text or an email. Listen, I used to be that type of person that like immediately texts back every single time. I am not doing that to myself anymore.
When I get to it.
Correct. Like there are a couple people that I have like on emergency notification or whatever.
Yep.
If you're not one of them, just be patient.
Yeah.
Be patient.
My wife and my daughter.
Mhm.
That's it.
It sounds like, oh, okay, that one's personal. I'll read that in a little bit. You can't prevent suicide. If they're going to do it, they will find a way. And
I agree with Kevin on the not talking about it, really. But you know what we can talk about, Kevin? My Cash App. My whole name, Blake Ovard. Send what you want.
$5, $10, $20, $100.
It all helps.
I mean, send me $5. I'm good with $5. That'll get me 2 Red Bulls for tomorrow.
Amen. Coffee.
it sounds like you need to spend that extra time at church to learn that God is omniscient. Sometimes all it takes is someone acknowledging God and the fact that he already knows the person's needs and coming into agreement with that person, praying for them. You know, not necessarily. A lot of times what people are praying for is not biblical. And so you come into agreement with what the word says. You don't know if they're praying the word or if they're just praying some crazy prayer. And all that is like,
well,
I would absolutely
Christian.
never, correct. I would never go to social media for prayer. That is the last place I'm going for prayer. I'm going to my spiritual sisters, my best friend, my pastors, and that's it. Let me just stop before I go off.
I'm gonna pray for myself.
Exactly.
I'm
There
going
you
to pray
go.
for Cash App right now. And
I'm gonna pray for taking out the trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trasheaters.com. Give them a call, 575-408-1719. Good people. Veteran owned and operated. They have the 96-gallon poly cart for the residential trash pickup, 2 and 4 yard metal dumpsters for commercial clients, and they've got the big roll-off containers. If you need a roll-off container, call Kayleen this morning, 575-408-1719, crash-eaters.com. I have said this. I have preached it for a long, long time. Now I am taking out the trash. Look, we have good men and women that work at our local post offices. But do you understand that post office traffic has dropped 80% after the end of duty-free shopping? So the Postal Service is actually in worse shape than it was before. Postal traffic in the United States plummeted 80% after the president suspended duty-free shipments on August 29th. United States ended that whole idea of duty-free shipping. So the U.S. Postal Service says that 80% reduction in packages being sent through the Postal Service. One of the big shippers was Shein, Temu. All of those are all Chinese-owned companies. So when the tariffs came in, the post office was crunched even further. And we already know that the Postal Service has been losing a minimum of $5 billion every year for the past 10 to 15 years. I'll just say it again. Use this opportunity to say good people work in the post office, terrible management, a terrible business plan. Maybe this will push them to the point where they privatize the Postal Service. Not like I haven't said it before. All right, we got to get to things that happened on this date in history. Take a break. We're KWMW Malgemore 105.1 FM. Also, we're at KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso and KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. Let's get to things that happened on this date in history, being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs, veteran-owned and operated, largest selection of firearms around, state-of-the-art indoor firing range. Check them out. They've got all your suppressors, your optics, your accessories, ammo. They do offer training. If you're getting a firearm, I encourage that you get some type of training. Talk to them today. Go to the website. It's 2atacticalrange.com, 236 East Navajo in Hobbs, proud sponsor of things that happened on this date in history.
Guess it would help if I push the button. On this date in 1608, John Smith was elected president of Jamestown. The colony in Virginia. There you go. And in 1789, Alexander Hamilton, you may have heard that name, he was named our country's first Secretary of the Treasury. Guess he wondered if he got Secretary's Day off. In 53, Swanson sold the very first TV dinner. Back in the day when we actually went to the freezer to make dinner instead of firing up Uber Eats app. And in 1954, the Miss America pageant appeared for the very first time on TV. Now, Kevin, you might want to pay attention to this. In 1989, Deion Sanders made sports history by becoming the only person to ever hit a home run and score a touchdown in the same week. On September 6th, he hit a home run for the Yankees, and then 4 days later, he ran a pump back 68 yards for a touchdown for the Falcons.
I'm the greatest of my kids are great.
Deion Sanders.
Wow.
Yeah. In 1998, playing on that, President Clinton met with members of his cabinet to apologize and ask forgiveness and promised to improve as a person after he admitted he got to at least third base with Monica Lewinsky. Birthdays today. Guy Ritchie is 57. He's done a lot of things on film. Snatch, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, director on Mobland and Sherlock, and some people know him as Madonna's ex-husband.
I was going to say, wasn't he married to Madonna?
He was. Big Daddy Kane is also 57 today. Kind of a legendary rapper. Now, Kane actually stands for King Asiatic Nobody's Equal, whatever that means. You mentioned this guy earlier. Raymond Cruz is 61 today. Of course, he played on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and like I said, was arrested for spraying a neighbor with a garden hose.
Oh my gosh.
Randy Johnson turns 62 today. Kevin, what was his nickname?
Johnson.
Randy Johnson,
The
pitcher.
The big unit.
A ding, 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 ding for Kevin.
I'm not even a baseball fan.
There you go. But that's
I
it.
was going to say the big, my first answer was going to be the big tool, but then the big unit.
Aerosmith's Joe Perry turns 75 today. That's him playing right there. Old enough to still play, but not old enough to be a Rolling Stone. You'll get the joke when you go look up their ages. Bill O'Reilly turns 76 today.
Bill O'Reilly.
Of course, Fox News contributor Bill O'Reilly. I'm just going to let this play out
He's
for
a
the rest.
teacher back in the day and became a journalist much later.
He was. A couple of folks no longer with us today. Arnold Palmer, golf legend.
He invented the Arnold Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Half
Rumor
lemonade,
is
half
he
tea.
was made of 50% lemonade.
Really?
Arnold. The other half was tea, like you said. Roger Maris left us in 1985. Monica, do you know who he was?
Roger Maris?
Mm-hmm.
He was an athlete,
Baseball player.
baseball player, but I don't know anything else.
He broke Babe Ruth's single-season home run record with 61 home runs, and he did it in the year 1961.
Aww.
So it's kind of cool to remember. One last little thing I want to mention is it's only 9 days until International Talk Like a Pirate Matey Day. Kevin, those are the things that happen on this day in history and the birthdays.
All right, still to come. We got to get to the national anthem and the pledge. We'll check news, keep you abreast of everything going on. Let's get you updated with the weather for today. Being brought to you by WWRV3.com, 988-0392. Give them a call today. Affordable, quiet place to park your RV. Look, they have 3 RV parks in Carlsbad, 162 RV sites, 30 and 50 amps. That includes high-speed internet at every one of their locations, and it's wired right to your hookup. They're pet-friendly, well lit up, nice place to be. 988-0392, WWRV3.com. Southeast New Mexico, no rain inside 92 for the high today and sunny. Maybe rain by maybe Saturday. In Ruidoso, 30% chance of rain today and tonight. 79 for the high today. And it looks like sunny skies in the morning. Chance of rain this afternoon. 20% chance of rain in Albuquerque. High temperature 91. Let's take a break. Keep you updated with everything going on. We got to do our national anthem and our pledge first. Being brought to you by Rebecca Long. She's your former insurance agent. Has been for a long, long time. Rebecca started her business at 19 years of age. 40 plus years later, still helping people with their insurance. Doesn't matter if you're looking for just home or maybe home and auto, or maybe you want to include everything. She can bundle it together to save you a lot of money. 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today. Proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge.
Good morning. My name is Chase Mazurek. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Jude Oil, reminding you God is in complete control.
Today's verse of the day is Colossians 3:1. If then you were raised with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ is, sitting at the right hand of God.
This is Ashley with Judah Oil, and I ask that you join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who've trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Hey, when we come back, another unhinged Democrat and white supremacy. White supremacy is back. Well, that's what they say. And Chuck Schumer, too. We'll get to all of that in just a second. Boob of the day still to come. We're being on the Breakfast Club News this morning, being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you accidents happen when you least expect them. And when they do, you need a law firm to fight for you. That's the Ragsdale Law Firm, specializing in car accidents, personal injury. Also, they can do medical malpractice. Also, oil-field accidents. Based in Roswell, serving the entire state. They offer free consultation. And don't forget, you never pay until they win your case. RagsdaleLawFirm.com for more information, or call Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300. Taking a break. It's already 8:10. Be in the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. She loved America, so they wanted to bury her here. The family of the young woman from Ukraine speaking out after federal charges were filed in Charlotte to keep her suspected killer behind bars for life, and the FBI steps up to restore safety to transit.
Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, has empowered every field office to shift resources to violent crime to help keep our cities' streets safe.
FBI North Carolina Special Agent in Charge James Barnacle. With 2,100 arrests since the federal anti-crime surge, Washington, D.C. getting so safe, the president went out to dinner with cabinet members last night, but told reporters he's not happy that Israel launched an airstrike on Qatar's capital of Doha, trying to kill Hamas leaders negotiating a Gaza ceasefire. President Trump says it doesn't advance peace. America's listening to Fox News.
September super savings at National Furniture Liquidators. Super savings throughout the store, plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Big savings like an Ashley sofa, $298, 5-piece bedroom, $597, a queen-size mattress, $198, a TV stand with fireplace, just $397, or a 5-piece pub set, $297, and more. National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats yours.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and we got some big news. The team at Permian Ford is teaming up with the team at Permian Toyota, and they're having a post-Labor Day liquidation sale. 2 dealerships competing for your business. Any inventory that makes it through the holiday weekend is being liquidated for 10 big days and in one location at Permian Toyota. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event, where you could win up to $25,000 in cash and other great prizes. All winning numbers have been mailed out. The winner could be you. 10 big days to save now through September 13th. Many half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. It's the post-Labor Day liquidation sale located at Permian Toyota. Come see us today through September 13th, 3500 North Grimes Street in Hobbs.
Take advantage of the big fall values this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Get sirloin cut pork chop, $1.59 a pound. Food Club sliced bacon, 16 ounce, just $3.77. Halo mandarins, 2-pound bag, just $2.99, and watermelons, just $4.99 each. Get Food Club cereals, 32 ounce bag, just $3.98. Food Club orange juice, 64 ounce, just $3.99, and get your Food Club macaroni and cheese, 3 boxes for just $1. There's big value savings to ring in fall at Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where your grocery dollar always goes farther.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure.
Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Entered the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
Hobbs, we're going back to where it all started. The 33rd Annual Chili Fest returns to downtown Hobbs September 26th and 27th. Friday night, we kick things off with local vendors, our first ever Chili Idol karaoke fundraiser, and live music from the Wicked West Band. Plus, join Light of Lee County for a Walk for Light, a Walk for Life, a beautiful luminaria walk honoring those impacted by cancer as we light up Broadway. Then, Saturday morning starts at 8 a.m. with Project Heartburn, our 3K and 5K run. At 10 a.m., the chili competition heats up, along with our silent auction, touch a truck, and more. Meet all 26 of our nonprofits and know that every dollar supports the United Way of Lee County, 211, and the services that help our neighbors every day. Mark your calendars, September 26th and 27th in downtown Hobbs. Come hungry, leave happy, and help our community thrive. For more information, contact Brittany Embry at campaign@uwolc.org. This ad is paid for by City of Hobbs Lodgers Tax.
In the Breakfast Club, being powered by Permian Ford, with the goal of being your #1 Ford dealer in New Mexico and West Texas.
Because he's obnoxious. He's funny, man. He relates with a lot of people, and he tells it like it is. It's good stuff. Always good stuff.
What's the point of owning a radio station if you can't abuse one and not pay for it?
Hey, wake up, man. What's wrong with you?
Take the time to thank all our Bee in the Breakfast Club sponsors.
Oh, and you're a regular Rhodes Scholar.
Now, back to the show.
Actually, I think you're going to find this very amusing.
8:15 morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda and Carlsbad. Check them out today. They're right there on Canal. Home of the taco bar, home of the made from scratch tortillas. Pick some of those up. Made multiple times during the day, so they're always fresh and they're always delicious. Taco bar, they use the same tortillas. They are delicious. Try that taco bar. Get in there and pick up the chips that are made from scratch also. And heck, they have the made from scratch bakery. Also need a cake. They can handle all of that for you at La Tienda in Carlsbad. Specials going on this week. Fry your thighs and drumsticks, just 99 cents a pound. Also shrimp are $7.99 a pound. Get the beef chuck steak, $7.99 a pound. And the country style ribs are $1.77 a pound. Produce department, 69 cents for jalapenos, 69 cents a pound. Get the red and green seedless grapes, just $1.99 a pound. Also in the deli department, save right now, white bread, $1.58 a loaf. Turkey breasts, it's smoked, it's $7.49 a pound. Also, pastrami is just $10.99 a pound. And get the Black Forest ham for $5.49 a pound. Coldest beer in Carlsbad, you will find that at La Tienda. Plus Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, $9.99 for the 20-pack. Get it today. La Tienda in Carlsbad. Ed Sheeran moving his entire family to the United States. You know why? He's not woke. Maybe he's not woke. Said his family and 2 daughters are coming to the United States.
He's kind of a darling of the left, so I don't know. I mean, he's
So
very
Rosie
talented.
left?
Very talented.
Yeah, Rosie left, and he's coming to the United States.
Well, because he's an English citizen. It's worse there than here.
I mean, we lost a quarter and got a penny. I think that's the way that went. Well, in size.
Well, but
Quarter, penny.
as far as value goes, that would be flipped.
Yeah, a quarter and a penny. You think Rosie O'Donnell's worth more than Ed Sheeran?
No, worth a
Oh,
penny.
no.
Yeah.
So we lost a penny and we'll gain a quarter.
Yeah. I was just looking at size. Yeah. Size of a quarter. And a
50-cent
ancient
piece.
Roman chamber was discovered in Albania.
Yeah, that was cool.
And 1,800 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They found Roman knives and Roman plates.
Yeah, it was cool.
You know what they didn't find? Roman candles. I'm totally disappointed. I would be looking for the damn Roman candles. No Roman candles. Sad.
There's some pretty
Bill
other
Gates'
interesting
daughter.
stuff they found there, though.
Yeah, so I think it's cool. Also, Bill Gates' daughter, Phoebe, broke up with her boyfriend 2 years ago.
No one cares.
And guess who she's with now?
Who?
Paul McCartney's grandson.
Of course.
Because rich people go together.
Marry rich people. And Edward Faulkner, who was one of the characters. You've probably seen this guy. When you see him, you're going to, oh, that guy. He passed away at 93 yesterday. He was in a ton of Westerns. McClintock. He was in Rio Lobo. He was also in the Green Beret. Was the sidekick for John Wayne for many, many years. And this story's making national news. New Mexico becoming the first state to offer universal child care by starting November 1st. Well, how can they say it's starting November 1st when it hasn't been approved by the legislature?
Because the governor's just going to do it. She's a dictator. She's done that all along.
So is that the plan? She's just going to do it? No legislative approval?
Yeah. She's just making law.
That makes zero sense.
Well, it does, but who's going to stop her? The Democrats have abdicated their power to her way back during COVID.
Well, let me tell you who should stop her. The Republicans should stop her.
They should.
They should stop her and say, no, you can't do this.
They should.
It has to pass. And you know what? It will probably pass. Her minions will probably pass it, but it should need legislative approval.
Yes.
It should.
Yes.
Crazy. Daytona Beach, Florida, 7-Eleven customer allegedly shot a robber and his getaway driver, killing the getaway driver and holding the alleged thief until police got there. Sun Sentinel reporting 19-year-old allegedly robbed the customer in the parking lot at the business, then went inside to rob the clerk. When the 19-year-old emerged from the inside of the 7-Eleven, the customer had already retrieved their firearm and opened fire on him and shot the getaway driver also. It's Florida. So you can count on a couple things. The person they robbed that shot the two perpetrators will not be charged. You can count on that. By the way, speaking of Florida, Byron Donalds is dominating that first poll that came up with the governor's race. I would expect that. Very popular. And Ron DeSantis' wife is running. Of course, he got the endorsement many, many months ago from Donald Trump. But he is way ahead. He's got like 57% of the total vote, according to brand new polls. And high potassium foods could significantly lower your chance of heart failure in the future. Potassium in rich foods is what you're. Remember, I talked about blood pressure?
Right.
Low potassium, magnesium, and dehydration could lead to you getting high blood pressure. And by the way, if your cholesterol are out of whack, I am no doctor or a medical person, but I can read on the internet. So my cholesterol has been very high, and I'm not getting on the statin. So I just got this in yesterday. I haven't tried it yet, but all my reading shows that this It is citrus bergamot.
Okay.
And you can take the pills or the drops.
Okay.
And it looks a lot like a lemon. And 1 month will lower your bad cholesterol and increase your good cholesterol. My bad cholesterol is actually in good limits, but I have no good cholesterol.
Okay.
So they say to take 2 mLs of this, which seems like a lot. I haven't tried it. I'll do it on the air just to. Now, if I throw up on the air when I squeeze this in my mouth, Monica, excuse me, please. I'll try it.
watching interesting medical things going on. Be in the Breakfast Club.
It's not bad. It's just
we're gonna have to start we're gonna have to start a channel like, and we could do it on your channel already, but where you try the medical stuff and Monica eats weird stuff and.
Listen.
Well, and some of the stuff this
What would
has,
you do?
and you go to a lot of countries, cholesterol is not an issue. So red yeast rice and sour sop, olive leaf, and this fruit, which is the bergamot, which looks a lot like a lemon. So you combine all those things and your cholesterol. So we will look at my cholesterol when I do the numbers in 2 months.
All right.
And if they're better,
look at
by the way, I am not a paid spokesperson for any of that. Just always looking to get healthier. National Guard deploying let me start over. Arkansas deploying the National Guard. I still got that taste in my mouth. So Arkansas deploying the National Guard to aid ICE in Arkansas. So, Monica, you have any idea who the governor of Arkansas is?
You know, I don't know. Somebody
She
named...
is a friend of Donald Trump. She was the press secretary under Donald Trump in the first term, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And she says her team of National Guard members are going to be working with ICE to rid the state of Arkansas. Now, Arkansas, they've got a problem.
They do.
They've got a problem because Arkansas is the home of Tyson Chicken. And
Walmart.
Tyson Chicken actually fired American workers to hire people from foreign countries because they would do the labor cheaper.
Yep. Arkansas has a lot of problems.
You know,
I mean, Little Rock is one of the biggest gang cities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and their tax structure is different. Unless she changed that, they're a state that you get taxed every year on everything. You know, like your
personal property,
your home.
Yeah.
So it's a property tax. So your property includes not only your home, but all the furnishings inside your home.
Yeah, it's a lot like England.
So you're going to continue to pay property tax like on your sofa.
And your TV.
Say you have a 5-year-old sofa, you can depreciate it, but you're going to pay taxes on that sofa.
And your TV and your couch and all that kind of stuff.
All of that.
Yeah.
That's
It's
why
weird.
in the dark of night, people cross the border in Louisiana and Texas, depending on what side or Oklahoma, depending on what side the state they're on, and they buy stuff and bring it back and don't report it.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, all those
all
the border state cities all have pretty good shoppers coming from Arkansas.
Say like Texarkana or Monroe, Louisiana.
Right.
Man, a lot of people go buy cars.
Yeah.
And put it in a relative's name.
Yeah.
That way they're not paying the taxes over and over and over. Bill Clinton. Letter to Jeffrey Epstein in the birthday book among the new files released by the House Oversight Committee. Democrats are enraged about Jeffrey Epstein. Now, let me just say this much. There was a letter that supposedly was signed off by Donald Trump. Donald Trump has since came out and said, nope, not my signature. You can get and look, we can get somebody to look at that signature and say if it's his signature or not.
Yep.
And I think he should do that. I think for his benefit, he should do that.
Yeah.
But these Democrats, I posted something up yesterday, and these Democrats are going crazy because I said, you just described Bill Clinton. Well, he doesn't matter. Bill Clinton, wait. He's been at every Democrat National Committee convention for the last 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't matter now. He has been the spokesperson for the Democratic Party, but he doesn't matter now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He doesn't matter now. All right.
Hmm.
But the letter written by Bill Clinton, and you can get somebody, a forensic scientist, expert to look at this. But the letter is out there, and supposedly they are going to subpoena Bill Clinton, and not only Bill, but Hillary also. They're going to subpoena both of them to come before. And you know what? And I said it before, and I'll say it again. I'll repeat it. If there was any wrongdoing by Donald Trump, the Democrats would already put that out.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all agree on that. Yeah. Looks like Republican bill would allow utility companies to limit customers' energy usage. This sounds like a Democratic plan, but it's a Republican plan in Ohio. Thought it was North Carolina, but Ohio, where Speaker of the House brought forth a bill. It's a proposed legislation that would allow utility companies to temporarily limit the amount of energy customers can use. I'm going to be honest. If I'm paying the bill, I don't want anybody telling me how much I can use and can't use.
Right.
So they would have the ability through smart thermostats to turn the thermostat down and not give you enough energy to cool your house off or to heat your house. Wait a second. You're using way too much energy. We're going to cut you off. They're calling it modernization of the grid. I'm calling it no. It's a Republican-backed plan.
No way.
Yeah. Yep.
Unbelievable.
So, I mean, I don't know about you. I like my AC about 68. I don't want somebody in the middle of the night saying, well, he's running that air conditioner at 68. We're going to turn that thing down. We're going to turn it up on him. Oh, thank you.
No. I've said that for a long time about those things.
Yeah, that sounds like a Democratic plan. That does not sound like a Republican plan. Nuts. All right, looks like the Representative Yvette Clarke has been unhinged. Cut number 6, Blake. Look, they're unhinged about so many things on the Democratic Party, but they definitely have Trump derangement syndrome. Here's what they had to say about Donald Trump. Completely unhinged.
President Trump and his Republican allies are determined to drag this country back to a time when black voices were shut out of the democratic process, and we will not allow it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't stand for that. I wouldn't stand for any minority group being silenced. And nobody is being silenced. How are they being silenced? They're not being silenced.
Right.
Nuts. Chuck Schumer, cut number 9, talks about how bad things are under Donald Trump. I haven't seen it yet, as far as things being that bad. But here's what Chucky had to say.
Well, and pay attention here what he says at the beginning, too, because he admits to something, but everyone will gloss over this. But pay attention to this.
These new numbers are devastating for Donald Trump. Certainly on January 20th, when he took office, the numbers show things weren't that good, but he made it a whole lot worse.
Lie.
The tariffs are raising people's prices.
Lie.
The big ugly bill is throwing people out of work. and causing their health care costs to go up.
Lie.
Everything he does screws the American people to help his billionaire friends.
Lie.
So today, things are a lot worse than on January 20th when Donald Trump took office. He can lie, he can try to hide the statistics, but American people feel it in their pocketbooks and are left holding the bag.
By the way, most of that stuff hasn't going to affect yet. So I don't know what Chuck Schumer is talking about.
Did you hear right at the beginning?
Yeah, that things were bad.
Yes.
Things were bad. And, you know, the crazy thing is that most of those numbers that they came out with yesterday, it showed that under Joe Biden, things were atrocious. They took away 900,000 jobs that they thought that Joe Biden created. It was nothing but a Ponzi scheme.
Right.
But it was a shell game that they played. Thank you, Chuck Schumer, for that. God bless you.
Yeah.
Well,
everything he said was a lie. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He said it with a straight face.
Yeah. We'll hear from Stephen A. Smith coming up in just a second. Monica in the text up next. We'll also talk about Eastern New Mexico University. They have hit a all-time high for the fourth time. They have hit this number, but a lot of kids going to school at Eastern New Mexico. We'll talk about that coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. Anything construction they can do. I'm talking about metal buildings, not a problem. Not a problem. Industrial and commercial metal buildings, start to finish, they get the job done. Siding, construction. They do everything from the big metal buildings. I'm talking about, your shop and barns and that type of stuff. Now, they're at the radio station right now, putting up a big structure for us to park the cars under. Carport. Big carport, though. Yeah, I mean, if you're tired of dealing with the insurance companies when it comes time for hail season, this is the perfect thing to do. Get in touch with them. They will do that for you. And look, they're very good at what they do. And they could do metal buildings. They could do your roof. They can do a complete makeover of the outside of your house. Siding, doors, windows, seamless gutters, and a lot more. Go to the website, check them out, Seminole Siding and Construction.com for more information. Monica in the text.
Guys, it's just more fear factor from the left. That's all that they have. And they know that their snowflakes will panic and get hysterical every time they do that, says John from Eunice. And it doesn't matter to Democrats who's on the list as long as they find something to tie it back to the president, Donald Trump. And Adam from Artesia said they did get a professional signature guide to be bunked that I think they actually got 3 of them. And B, here's the question of the day. I think the answers would be interesting. What's the worst state-maintained highway that you know of right now? It's between Lovington and Artesia to me, but I think the answers that would be interesting to hear on the radio.
All right, we'll do that tomorrow. Remind me of that, Monica. In fact, send Jen a message right now.
Okay. Patricia from West Odessa said, LOL, Blake, you are too funny. And tell them why.
Oh, because thank you, CJ. CJ actually did cash at me $5. So that's the coffee fund for the rest of the week.
CJ, you suck. I got no money.
Yeah, you
I
didn't
can't
get
my Red
anything,
Bull
B?
tomorrow.
So if anybody else would like to contribute, just my whole name, Blake Ovard, on Cash App. And there you go.
Listen, if you guys
Any
want to
amount
send me
is very
any amount,
appreciated.
I'm curious to know who would send me.
Because we're
If you
poor.
want-
We're poor.
I'm not confessing that I'm poor. I am not poor. But if you want to bless me, I will take it. But you have to ask for my Cash App. I'm not just going to throw it out there.
Look at you go.
I
I had to go look mine up
I
to
want
see
to know
what it
that
was.
these gifts are intentional. Okay? Okay, bye.
If they send it, it's intentional.
Makes me laugh, said this texter. And the post office is badly managed. They don't even own their own buildings. You guys, I walked into Lovington's post office the other day, and I was like walking around, and I was like, this place is fabulous compared to the one in Hobbs. The one in Hobbs is blessed.
CJ sent me some money.
There you go.
This morning.
Yeah.
Thank you, CJ.
Here we go. The
That's
Hobbs post office is a
big
joke.
shout out.
There can be one customer in line and all 3 workers are speaking to one person at the counter, not realizing that others are waiting. Monica, the Postal Service is failing because the service sucks, says Rocket. Amen. I got to sneeze and I'm holding it in. My driving pet peeves are people that won't use the right-hand turning lanes or those that think they need to swing out to turn when they are not pulling anything. They're not even driving a large vehicle, said a texter.
How about use your signal before you get to the turn?
Roy from Jow said, the bag phones always had the best signal, not like these phones nowadays having to search for a signal in the middle of town.
That's because they were analog. Analog. And, back, doing radio games, football games, we used the bag phone all the way not that long ago because analog was so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My biggest pet peeve is people driving in the passing lane on the highway. Move out of the way, people. I'm trying to pass, said Lovington Patrick. St. Angry's pet peeve is people that drive like maniacs, cutting in and out of traffic to pass people, and then 15 miles down the road, they're sitting next to you at the stoplight.
Yep.
Steeler64 said, so now Muslims will have rugs placed in schools so they can face west 3 times a day and they can kneel for half the school day. I don't think so, said Steeler64.
Rugs.
East.
Prayer rugs.
My biggest pet peeve is when I'm driving and my wife doesn't want me to get on my phone, but every 5 to 10 minutes, she's all, look at this, on her phone. American Patriot said, when people drive with their flashers in the fog, it's pointless and illegal. Linda in Carlsbad said, my biggest pet peeve is someone who uses the last of something and does not replace it or mention that it's out.
Amen.
Papa
Like
Sherm.
a carton of milk that
Yes.
they leave.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, okay.
Papa
Toilet
Sherm
paper.
said, I agree with you, B, or they decide to go pick something else out of the aisle and you got to wait for the people in line longer. That was Papa Sherm in Denver City.
Amen.
That's that. Hold on. Biggest
Yeah, I tell them, can you check me out before them since they're not finished?
Right. This texter said, my biggest pet peeve is when you ask what they want for dinner and they say, I don't care, or it's up to you. That was Haas from Artesia. I do that a lot sometimes because then I pick and then they're like I see their cara and I'm like, well, then you pick. You know? They want me to pick.
Let me give you the answer. Let me give you the answer. You pick and they give you whatever response you said. No, I chose. That's it.
I did that on Friday. And
then if you don't like that, don't ask me to pick.
See, Pa, are you listening? My pet peeve is when someone calls you, you miss their call, you call them back within seconds, and they don't answer. And that means that they really didn't want to talk to you.
I can't remember what I called you for.
I see this text all the time, or not this text, but I see this thing on Facebook, and it's like, I called you while I was driving, but I'm at home now. So if you called me back while I'm at home, like you missed your opportunity to talk to me. I only talk when I'm driving. I thought that was hilarious because that's me sometimes. All right. My driving pet peeve is the current construction zones on 62 and 80, knowing the left lane is closed. You have people running the left lane and then begging or pushing their way back to the right lane only to cause traffic flow to slow down. Conrad from Belen says, my biggest pet peeve is when Monica doesn't read my text. Just kidding. I appreciate you. Conrad, that was the first one you've sent in. You haven't sent something in from August 29th.
She just read it.
I just read it, Conrad.
So no pet peeve today.
All right. This one, I need to open a cafe and name it I Don't Care. We have somebody who really wants to eat. I don't care. That is so cool.
And
that
serve
is
good
clever. Food. Yes, that is way clever.
At some point, maybe we need to pull our money together, open that because it sounds very popular.
Absolutely.
I don't care. Okay, we'll go to I Don't Cares. We'll do it.
And just have a wide variety of food, like a wide variety.
just everything.
Breakfast all day.
Looks like.
Yeah, go ahead, Kevin. I apologize.
Sorry, we got talking about food.
No,
you know
he was like,
goes.
he was like, we should open it up and have just a wide variety of food. He was like, breakfast all day. Have some boudin.
Chicken fried steak.
Man, by the way, the wife had boudin egg rolls yesterday. They take the boudin, they put it in the egg roll wrapper, and then roll it. And then last night I went and got her another thing of crackling. That's a $60 a week addiction. And they had crawfish boudin that was off the chain. And by the way, they ship. What did I do with that card? They gave me a card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it, and when I come back, I'll give you how to get in touch with them.
Okay.
Off the hook. They said if you're having parties and that type of stuff, they sometimes they pick up the shipping. So I'll give you the give you the information. ENMU Portales, 6,000 students now going to school there. By the way, this is the first time it's happened in a while. Back in 2018, they went over 6,000 students, but their enrollment is, pretty much at an all-time high. Over 6,000 kids going to school at Eastern New Mexico University and Portales. And California girls high school volleyball players have band together, filed a lawsuit over transgender teammate. Yes, 3 girls in Southern California filing a lawsuit against the California Scholastic Federation, better known as the CIF, and against the California Department of Education, saying their school district is allowing a biological man to play on their team, and it's not fair to their teammates. Kudos going out to these 3 young ladies. They say it's not safe. They have been sexually discriminated against. Oh, sexually discrimination.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yep.
Sexually harassed and been involved in unsafe, unfair athletic environments. Discrimination. By the way, they said that infringes on their religious liberty and safety. By the way, they filed the lawsuit. We'll see if it goes anywhere in the state of California. I'm thinking probably not. Probably not. And I do see that story about Trump and the signature. He denies that he penned that birthday letter. So Trump says wasn't him. And Wall Street Journal reported that in July of the existence of the alleged 2003 letter prompting a $10 billion defamation suit against the newspaper from Donald Trump. The letter, typewriter written message. So not a handwritten message, but typewriter written message. And so there have been multiple people that have looked at it, the signatures, and said that the signature does not bear the same signature that Donald Trump offers. So, So it doesn't look like it's Donald Trump's handwriting, is what they're saying. I would still like a forensic investigation into his signature. Is it Donald Trump's signature? Is it not? Handwritten, it's not a handwritten letter.
No. And it's
so
not
I'm skeptical to begin with.
It's not a handwritten signature either. If you look at the things that they've showed.
Yeah, I'd be skeptical. And how do you do that nowadays where everybody sends emails and sends, text messages? In this day and age, it would be tougher and tougher to prove. All right, we'll get to Stephen A. Smith coming up. Looks like a Florida radio station rebranding itself. So they're branding themselves the Trump Country. Trump Country, 93.7.
Huh?
By the way, their slogan is "Make Country Great Again." Well, you're going to have to get rid of a bunch of woke country music if you want to do that. By the way, they're offering all kind of prizes, including $5,000. Ammo, they're giving ammo away. Steaks, guns, grills, all the things that make America great. Thank you guys so much. Trump Country 93.7.
I love it.
All right, we got to get to the boob of the day. Then we'll take a break. It's already 12 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, medical experts that can help you out with functional medicine. Living in pain, they offer multiple things. Yeah, they offer stem cell therapy and ozone therapy. A lot of people have never heard of ozone therapy. I spoke of this with my brother-in-law that just came off of surgery on his shoulder. And I said, ozone therapy is the bomb. Ozone? What is ozone therapy? That's where they take the ozone gas and inject it into the in the areas that are giving you the most problems. And it actually helps rejuvenate some of that damage. I've had it multiple times, and I'll have it again at the sometimes next couple of weeks from now. It helps. You know, when most doctors are giving you stuff like trying to burn your nerves and giving you injections of steroids that aren't good for you, try something that's not harmful to your health and that actually works. And ladies, if you're going through hormonal issues, they can help you there too with hormonal optimization. Guys, your testosterone's low. You have no get up and go. Your libido is now called ligido because it's gone. It's gone. Go. Got to get in touch with Desert Functional and talk to them about testosterone replacement therapy. And they do a lot of different aesthetics also. Find them on the web or stop in 3900 North Lovington Highway and Hobbs 575-964-8025. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics.
So if you've seen The Matrix, you know about the choice between the red pill and the blue pill, right? Well, if you've been to Connecticut, you may also get a choice between a red squirrel and a blue squirrel.
Oh.
Animal Control in Connecticut is investigating how two squirrels ended up painted, one red, one blue.
Oh.
They shared the photos, and it does seem like they were deliberately painted those colors. They say the squirrels appear to be okay, but they're asking for help in identifying the person or people responsible for doing it and why they did it. Some are joking it was a gender reveal gone bad, which I guess that's possible, sadly.
Like it happened.
Interestingly, it happened before. Last year, a 62-year-old guy in New York was arrested for trapping and spray painting squirrels a bright apple red color. It's unclear why he did it or how they caught him. But for what it's worth, that was happening in Putnam County, New York, which does border Connecticut, but it's not anywhere near the area where the new squirrels are. There's no indication the cases are related. And I'm kind of, after seeing the photos, it's more of a pinky red.
Yeah.
So I am kind of going with maybe it was some kind of stupid gender reveal thing that these things are all going way too far.
I know.
Either way, whoever did it, they're the boob of the day.
Sure.
Just saying this much, the price of food nowadays, why y'all wasting good squirrels?
Spoken like a true Cajun.
Yes, that's good eating. Why are we wasting the squirrels? All right, we're going to take a break. We're coming back. Good news of the day still to come. We'll keep you abreast of everything going on. We'll check the weather in just a second. And Stephen A. Smith talking about Chicago. Stephen A. Smith sounding more conservative every day. Maybe he's going to run for political office. I don't know. I don't know if he wants to give up that $20 million a year paycheck. $20 million a year. But he is sounding more conservative. We'll get to Stephen A. Smith coming up in just a second. KWMW, Maljamara, 105.1 FM, 93.5, KWES, Ruidoso, and KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. Taking a break. We're coming right back. News this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Homegrown and proud of it. Farm and Brand Supplies, Western Wear, feed for your animals. They've got everything from fencing to trailers, tank, tack, Western wear, feed for the animals, just everything you're looking for. You can find them today in Roswell, 1105 East 2nd, or in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Check them out today. Taking that break, it's already 8:53. We're beyond the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A T-shirt fundraiser is underway to support 2 Lovington women battling cancer with proceeds raised by the Wildcat Athletics. The football team is selling $25 T-shirts, and funds will be given to Adriana Salcido, a Lovington High School teacher battling breast cancer, and Lily Ruiz, a Lovington resident, is battling colon cancer. The volleyball team is also selling $24 to $26 T-shirts and donating the funds to Salcido. To order a T-shirt from the football team, visit the Lovington Wildcat Football Facebook page and send a direct message by Wednesday. And for the volleyball team, visit the LHS Volleyball Facebook page or an individual Lady Cats player to place an order by September 22nd. Some trends have shifted in New Mexico tourism this year compared to last, though the New Mexico Department of Tourism won't publish numbers until the end of the year report. But year to date, the department says money spent in arts and entertainment has increased, while dollars in dining and economy hotels has decreased.
People are still traveling, but how they kind of divvy up their budget is shifting a little bit. So people might be scaling back a little bit more on dining out, but they still are trying to commit to spending on kind of attractions and experiences.
Said New Mexico Tourism Communications Director Cody Johnson, who believes the majority of tourism dollars come from people in New Mexico already and visitors from Texas, Arizona, and Colorado.
We see more folks hitting places like Tucumcari and Gallup, as well as Albuquerque, certainly. But that indicates to us that people are engaging in kind of the Route 66 experience. That's obviously an indicator that people are definitely driving to the state.
And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and we got some big news. The team at Permian Ford is teaming up with the team at Permian Toyota, and they're having a post-Labor Day liquidation sale. 2 dealerships competing for your business. Any inventory that makes it through the holiday weekend is being liquidated for 10 big days and in one location at Permian Toyota. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event where you could win up to $25,000 in cash and other great prizes. All winning numbers have been mailed out. The winner could be you. 10 big days to save now through September 13th. Many half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. It's the post-Labor Day liquidation sale located at Permian Toyota. Come see us today through September 13th, 3500 North Grimes Street in Hobbs.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients, and do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Guerrilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Guerrilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Wanting an affordable, quiet place to park your RV while you're working in or around Carlsbad? WWRV is 3 RV parks with one goal: to be a quiet place for their working tenants. 162 RV sites with 30 and 50 amp available. All utilities are included in the price, including premier wired internet at each site for your gaming and movie streaming. WWRV is pet friendly and well lit with plenty of street lights. Get pricing and contact info by visiting their website at www.rvx3.com or call 575-988-0392 for WWRV.
Hear ye, hear ye! Step back in time to the time of your life at the 4th Annual Cavern City Renaissance Festival. Enjoy a weekend of magic and merriment with captivating music, thrilling armored combat, and award-winning stage performances. Savor bountiful food and drink as you explore 2 stages of non-stop entertainment and discover unique treasures from over 100 artisan vendors. Bring your whole family for an unforgettable adventure on September 26th and 27th at the Carlsbad Beach Park. Advertisement paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
Come out to the 2nd Annual Run to Ruidoso Car and Truck Show. This year's event will be Friday, September 19th and Saturday, September 20th. Powered by Rusty Ball Speed Shop and C10 Club, New Mexico. The pre-party begins on Friday night at Jack's Backstage at 5 p.m. On Saturday, September 20th, roll in at 8 a.m. and check out the lowriders, cars, trucks, and bikes. The show will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Wingfield Park on Center Street. Come and meet with special guest Steve Darnell from the Discovery Channel hit TV shows Vegas Rat Rods and Welder Up. Afterwards, enjoy the post-party at 5 p.m. at Rusty Ball Speed Shop, located at 1509 Sunearth Drive.
This ad paid for by Lincoln County Lodgers Tax.
This is the day, Judah. It's between us now. Yes, this is the day.
Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com.
Alexa,
yes,
I need my news, weather, and sports.
Only one place to go.
Fun has a name, and that name is Be in the Breakfast Club. Be in the Breakfast Club, now including B and Monica and Blake.
Another day, Wednesday, hump day. We're just before 9 o'clock. We are B and the Breakfast Club Weight Watchers. Named Queen Latifah, their spokesperson. Did you guys see that? Queen Latifah. What are you laughing about? She's been battling weight loss. I mean, you're not going to get Twiggy to be the weight loss spokesperson.
No, I
Queen
agree.
Latifah.
It's the way you say it. It's fun. That's an incredible spokesperson to have, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you're right.
No, I think she's perfect.
Yeah.
I think Queen Latifah is perfect.
Her,
What about
Roseanne
doing
Barr.
something
Mm-hmm.
for men? Something about aging men. I think Liver King would work great. When
I don't know.
comes
what that
time
is.
for a male spokes. You don't know who Liver King is? He was
No.
he was a social media influencer.
Oh, I do know who that is. Yeah.
Remember the guy that said that he was all natural
Right,
and didn't eat
yeah.
anything?
Nah.
And then it turned out it was all a bunch of BS.
Right.
Joe Rogan debunked him.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Jelly
Joe
Roll
Rogan
is who they
debunked that
need.
guy.
They need to get Jelly Roll.
Yeah, Jelly Roll would be perfect. Looks like Wheel of Fortune host Ryan Seacrest has revealed that the Wheel's iconic clicking sound is produced by a rubber band, and they're still doing it old school like that.
That's cool.
They said that sound has been around for a long, long time. Ryan Seacrest, the sound that he likes is the sound of a bill counter. That's what he likes.
I thought
That
it was,
dude makes so much money. He
Yeah.
makes, look, he's doing radio. He does TV. He's doing like 3 jobs at one time. I'm just saying this. Hopefully nobody takes it wrong. I'm surprised his last name is isn't like Rodriguez or anything, because people that work 3 jobs all the time, that most of the time, that's Hispanic folks. Great work ethic. I can't say anything bad about Ryan Seacrest.
hardest working guy in show business, they say.
He seems to be. He definitely seems to be. And Barack Obama and Conan O'Brien are among the winners of the 2025 Creative Arts Emmys. Now, what the hell has Barack Obama done?
Nothing.
He had that show on Netflix that cratered.
He was a producer. Like
It
he
cratered.
he wasn't the director. He wasn't any of the creatives on the show. He was a producer. on that
Well, they're
movie.
just looking to give him new awards. And The Conjuring, Last Rites, pulled in $194 million in the global box office last weekend. By the way, that's the best opening weekend for any horror film ever. $194 million.
Mm.
And by the way, Conjuring, I haven't watched one. This is like what, episode 20?
I have no idea. I haven't watched any either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like scary stuff. I don't mind seeing that. I don't mind blood and gore, but I don't want it from a monster. I want it from a gun, a knife,
Well, I
that
mean,
type of stuff.
The Conjuring, I'm only guessing, but it's probably about demons.
Yeah,
You
no
know,
doubt.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm only guessing
So-
because I haven't seen it. But
A lot of people have gone to see that. And Alyssa, Griffin asked the Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor on The View yesterday about the potential that President Trump could run for a third term. Now, please don't tell me that these liberals are not suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Trump said it as a joke, and man, they took the ball and ran with that thing. By the way, Sotomayor basically said the Constitution is a settled law and no one will challenge the Constitution. And the answer is no. No president can serve for 3 terms.
Right.
Thank you, The View, for rehashing this one more time. You know what? I'm going to buy the Trump in 2028 hat just to trigger people. They'll see me in the store. Crazy. Nuts. By the way, also Tom Homan went to the belly of the beast, went on MSNBC's Morning Joe and got into an argument with Micah, the co-host. She was grilling him on the U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement detention practices, and they had a spirited exchange. And he basically told her, you know, how would she define a criminal? And she responded, it wouldn't be by a person living in the country illegally, paying taxes, having a license,
They're
having
not
a
paying
job,
taxes.
and even serving in the military. There is a way they can serve taxes. They can pay taxes. So they can file.
But by and large, they are not. Come on.
Yeah. It's an I-9 or something like that. And they do pay taxes even though they are illegally in the country. I will say that. But you're not going to win that argument against Tom Homan. And he just said, look, if they're a security threat, they're gone. Why are you fighting me on this? And a former Catholic priest accused of child rape returned home to El Salvador by ICE yesterday. I guess they didn't like that either. Leave the kids alone. No, we'll let people rape the kids.
What country?
Without getting rid of them.
What country?
El Salvador.
Huh. Where was Abrego Garcia from?
El Salvador.
Huh. Yep. If only there was a common denominator. What country let all of their inmates and people in asylums out and sent them to the U.S.?
El Salvador.
Huh.
Same country.
I wonder if we could only draw a conclusion from that.
Maybe.
Yep. All right. Stephen A. Smith speaks about Chicago. And right after that, another ESPN host, Ryan Clark, got taken out to the woodshed yesterday. I'll tell you what happened with Ryan Clark. But first, Stephen A. Smith talking about Chicago, and he sounded more common sense than most liberals.
There's no question that there has been big time problems in the streets of Chicago. And I want to hear a damn word from Mayor Johnson. Talking about things are being overblown and bringing up talks about racism and talking about how people wouldn't be on top of this to this degree if there was a white mayor. Well, Rahm Emanuel was there once upon a time. The heat was still being brought. People called out President Obama when he was in office because he was a junior senator from the state of Illinois living in Chicago. This ain't the first time, it ain't gonna be the last time people calling out stuff that's going on in Chicago. So certainly when you see black folks calling for the National Guard to intervene or for martial law to be invoked because they want to feel safe in the streets of Chicago, you know it's a problem. You know it's a problem.
Can you imagine not being able to send your kids to school? Can you imagine that? You don't think it's safe to send your kids to school? I can't, me personally, no. I can't imagine that.
That's awful.
No, I can't imagine that. And Ryan Clark, look, part of me loves Ryan Clark because he went to LSU. He's a great player, played in NFL, but he is taking a lot of backlash as of late. First of all, that he called out a fellow worker just because the guy did not play professional football, and said, well, you can't say that because you never played the game. So there are lots of coaches in the NFL that didn't play the game. You can't tell me that, and maybe I'm wrong on this, the coach for the Dolphins, he looks like a hipster. Always has those. You remember that guy?
Yeah, he has like always one leg of his pulled up,
pants up, and one leg down because he is a hipster.
I thought that was some other
I
kind
don't
of
think
weird
that guy
signal.
played because he looks like he weighs about 145. Looks like he's like a $145. So Ryan Clark is good at a couple things. Being a race baiter.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at that. Being a race baiter, he is awesome at that. And then apologizing. Dave Portnoy from Barstools came out and said, I didn't play the game. I think I know pretty much about football, maybe just as much as Ryan Clark. Look, Robert Griffin III, who won the Heisman Trophy. Remember a couple months ago, he had a problem with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. With Robert Griffin III having a white wife. You remember that?
Yes, I do. Interesting.
So Ryan Clark is good at saying stuff, getting attention, and then walking it back. That's what he's good at. By the way, he has since apologized to his co-worker, Peter Schrattger, apologized to him for making a comment about he doesn't know what. Look, if you do anything for a living, if it's football, if it's sports commentary, you have to have knowledge of the game, I would think. I've said a long time ago, Ryan Clark has got some major issues. Ryan Clark has offered a lot of look, and I will say his podcast is actually doing very well. But Ryan Clark, he's a race baiter, is what he is. Then he walks it back. That's what he does. All right, we're going to talk about Dancing with the Stars. Star came out, said that she had breast cancer. And she was on Boy Meets World. She was the older sister. I think that's who she was. But we'll talk about that coming up next. Text line open 877-396-W105. Monica?
Hold on. It'll have to be you, Blake, because this computer's
You got to close all those windows.
doing it.
You got to close.
That's not, it just appeared.
Yeah, you got to close all the windows because whatever window you're on does that. Let me log in real quick. The pants rolled up thing, somebody said, I went to look for what that was about, and it said it was kind of akin to left ear, right ear with the earrings. That's what.
All right. Trump could run as Vance's vice president, but I think that he would actually retire mostly. Is that true?
No,
that Trump could...
he can't. He can't run as vice president because it's one step away from the presidency should something happen to the president.
Joe the Vet said, what a joke about Barack Obama getting an award for entertainment. This reminds me of when he won the Nobel Peace Prize and he had been in office for all of a handful of weeks when they made that decision to give it to him. There's just another liberal joke of an award. And who Twiggy is tells how old you are. I don't know who Twiggy is.
She was a model.
Twiggy.
A very skinny model.
Roy from Jowl said, maybe the painter is a little bit nuts, the one who was painting the...
the squirrels.
Yes, the squirrels.
That's funny.
And David C. is calling you two Democrats.
Whatever. You don't know us very well.
Why would I be a Democrat?
Because you asked for money for coffee and energy drinks.
Kevin, what is your cash app?
CJ sent me money.
Yep.
And I got it in my cash app.
Me too.
So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And do you want me to sound like Jimmy Swaggart did back in the day? I barely have money for gas money to get back to New Mexico. If you cash app me right now, I'd appreciate you. Send cash money today to Kevin B on Cash App.
Or Blake Ovar on Cash App. Jesse Duplantis
And the
did
wife
the same
is over
thing
here.
about
She
Jesus
needs
coming
a
back.
brand new pair of tennis shoes.
Careful
Cash
who you
App
guys talk about.
money for tennis shoes.
Careful what you guys
She's
make
laughing.
fun of. Twiggy was the robot off of Buck Rogers.
No, that was yeah, okay. Yeah, it was.
Daddy Turtle said, "Do you know why women say they don't know when it comes to what to eat? It's because the first time a woman decided what to eat, she got us kicked out of Eden." And well, maybe, said B, can you give us a number to call and order cracklins?
Oh, man. Baby, can you get my wallet out of the suitcase? I will send it. I will do that.
This
You
thing,
gotta continue, Monica.
this thing that I've had with boudin is the best thing, maybe is what they tried to say, is a boudin tamale with brisket in Houston. Lord have mercy, that sounds like it would sell. It would sell really well. You know what? You know how I deal with someone who wants to say what they want, for dinner, like Monica? I tell you, guess what we are having for dinner, and whatever you guess, I just said, yep. That's going to be what's for dinner. Oh, that's a good one. Adam from Lee County said, the way people don't know how to maneuver through a four-way stop is my pet peeve. My pet peeve is working 40-plus hours, buying groceries, and having to buy a generic to make ends meet, while the others have shopping carts full of groceries, name brand, and paying with food stamps. How do they do it? And my driving pet peeve is people who don't understand the zipper merge is more efficient, says Dylan from Lovington.
Amen.
What are y'all talking about?
So, like, you're a car, and then the next car falls in behind you, and then the car that was in your lane goes in behind them. It's two lanes. You just make space for the car. You just one at a time, just do, like a zipper. So if you have two lanes of traffic, narrowing to one. Doesn't matter which one goes first, whichever lane, say the right lane, that car is in front, then the one in the left lane gets behind them, then the next one in the right lane, then the next one in the left lane.
Well, I'll be. In the fog, I will use my flashers. You can see your flashers more than your lights, says Patricia from West Odessa. Hey, and you're a driver, right, Patricia? I'll use that.
Right on.
My pet peeve is when someone calls you. Okay, we already read that one. Nemo says, I was on the 2012-2013 ENMU Lone Star Conference Championship football team.
All right.
Go
Congratulations.
Hounds. And
congratulations.
that's it.
Thank
honestly. Anybody want to send in their pet peeves? Because we'll probably only read one more time, I think. So if you have a pet
Hey, look
peeve.
at here. Look at here. I just got a penny from TikTok. Transaction assistant. They sent me 1 penny. Man, I am making bank. I am making bank at the real Kevin B on TikTok. Unbelievable. All right, let me give you the web address for Crackling and Buddha. They sell all kind of sausages here, everything made, and so it's Billoads. It's BILEAUD and .com. So BILLEAUDS.com. There you go.
And that they sell
Very
them in
easy to
those
find.
big old containers that you brought that one time.
You can get a whole truckload shipped to your house.
Allah.
Yeah, and they said you can actually freeze dry those the crackling and then freeze them and just take them out of the freezer and then put them in the oven for a little while and they get crispy again.
Dang.
I was like, dang.
Well, but
So we's already planning. Crazy.
Wait, you can
Nuts.
freeze them or freeze dry them? Because that's two very different.
No, you can freeze them. You can.
Okay.
Did I say freeze dried? Not
Yeah.
freeze dry. You can put them in a vacuum seal. Seal them, and then freeze them, and then take them out of the vacuum seal. You don't want to crunch them when you vacuum seal, but seal it pretty good, and then take them out, put them in the oven, and perfect for, college football or professional football or whatever.
Amen.
So pretty cool. So the girl who was on, she was on Boy Meets World, and she then moved on to that to be on Dancing with the Stars. She spoke out on Fox the other day and said that she had cancer and that she's finishing up cancer treatment. And isn't it, for a while there, she wasn't experiencing any joy in her life, but now things are so much better. And, she said the minute she's done with cancer treatment, she is getting back to what she enjoys in life. And I get that. And man, cancer is just, we talked about cancer earlier today, that margarine, when we introduced margarine to the United States, our cancer levels have just gone up crazy. So do yourself a favor, look into that for yourself. But this young lady had breast cancer diagnosed. And so thoughts and prayers for the 44-year-old actress that is getting through her cancer treatment and getting back with life. I'm looking at her, and I didn't watch Boy Meets. Did you watch that? Boy Meets?
I did.
So I'm trying to think of what character she was on Boy Meets World, but it doesn't say.
She was the girlfriend. I think if it was, she's the one that was on Dancing with the Stars. I'm trying to look up her name.
Yeah, it doesn't say what character her name is Danielle Fishel, but it doesn't say exactly what what character she played on.
She was Topanga.
On the show. Topanga. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Topanga. So Topanga. By the way, there's another scammer going after our elderly right now with that phone call. That's why it only rings one time, because they put in so many. I mean, you wouldn't believe hundreds of calls a day to our seniors telling them they have a better plan for their Medicare. True story. That's why it only rings one time. If it doesn't recognize the money, it hangs up the number it hangs up on. My brother had to install that because he sat here one day. He's going call after call about Medicare, about life insurance. No, not about life insurance. Reverse mortgage.
Right.
Reverse mortgage, and about cable TV. So he's like, I'm done with this. So I don't even know what service it is, but so that's what it does. If it doesn't recognize the money, what really sucks, if I change my cell phone number, then she won't accept my call. And I'm her favorite, so she wants to accept my call.
Right.
All right, we got to take. Aren't you your mother and father's favorite?
Maybe.
Truth or a good sounding lie? No.
So you're not the favorite.
No, my sister.
See,
my sister is my mother's favorite.
Don't get me started on my parents' favorite.
I might have been my dad's favorite, but my sister is far and away my mom's.
So Monica,
favorite.
are you saying your little brother, the baby, is the favorite?
Absolutely. He's
okay.
like the all-time favorite.
All right,
I think
the
boys are my dad's favorite. My
well,
mom.
in Hispanic families, boys tend to be the favorites.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they help us out tremendously when they can, but there's just something about my little brother. They won't let him be a man. And I'll probably get some text here in a little bit. Why are you talking crap?
Yeah, probably.
I'm the grow up boy.
It's the truth.
It is the truth. It is the truth.
All right,
Uncle Mike, you'd agree.
922. Let's take a break. We're coming back. Good news of the day. The show this morning being brought to you by Randy Pettigrew. He's going to be up in Santa Fe coming up shortly. He's probably going to be yelling, screaming, going, what are we doing about crime? What exactly are we doing about crime in New Mexico? This special session does nothing to talk about crime in New Mexico. What are we going to do about juvenile crime? This special session doesn't even look at that. Doesn't even look at any of that stuff. Look, Randy Pettigrew is a conservative. Randy Pettigrew is a constitutional conservative. What that means is that he actually follows the Constitution.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something else we're not going to be looking at this special session. Our doctors. You know, they're either leaving the market because of our medical malpractice, the way everything works, or they're just old. Do you know the state, 40% of our doctors in the state are 60 years of age or older? Most of our doctors, a lot of our doctors are expected to retire by 2030. What do we get? That's only 5 years away. These are the things that we ought to be looking at, making the state a better place to attract doctors to.
Amen.
Instead, we're beholding to the malpractice attorneys. Get in touch with Randy Pettigrew. Tell him what items you would like them to be discussing during the special session. Not saying he can get them on the agenda because the governor puts out the agenda, but just let him know. Hey, he's in District 61. And by the way, he'll chat with you no matter if you're in District 61 or not. He'll sign you up for his newsletter that he puts out. And during a special session or a 60-day session, man, he's putting out newsletters pretty much every day to let you know what bills passed and what bills didn't pass. Sign up. It's free. Go to the website, randallpettigrew.com. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. Taking a break. Good news coming up next. It's already 9:24.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. She loved America, so they wanted to bury her here. The family of the young woman from Ukraine speaking out after federal charges were filed in Charlotte to keep her suspected killer behind bars for life, and the FBI steps up to restore safety to transit.
Kash Patel, director of the FBI, has empowered every field office to shift resources to violent crime to help keep our cities' streets safe.
FBI North Carolina Special Agent in Charge James Barnacle. With 2,100 arrests since the federal anti-crime surge, Washington, D.C. getting so safe, the president went out to dinner with cabinet members last night, but told reporters he's not happy that Israel launched an airstrike on Qatar's capital of Doha, trying to kill Hamas leaders negotiating a Gaza ceasefire. President Trump says it doesn't advance peace. America's listening to Fox News.
At Franklin Veterinary Clinic, they're a full-service clinic that offers comprehensive care for family pets, equine athletes, and livestock alike. They have multiple veterinarians on staff providing the best possible care for your animals at every stage of their life. And when emergencies arise, they offer 24-hour ambulatory services and after-hour emergency care. The new emergency number is 575-808-7725. Franklin Veterinary Clinic, a tradition in excellence and caring, proudly serving Lincoln, Chavez, and Otero counties.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay in addition. You get para-retirement and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
When it comes to protecting your home, sometimes things can come out of left field. That's when it can help to have a game plan. And luckily, Farmers' customizable home insurance packages offer coverage options you can tailor the way you want. Talk with Farmers agent Rebecca Long so you can decide if your coverage is ready for whatever it is that may come your way.
I'm Rebecca Long with Farmers Insurance. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers agent Rebecca Long at 575-393-2661. That's Rebecca Long at 575-393-2661.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells, as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling, LLC. Over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
CNM Electric, LLC of Lovington, offering commercial and residential services in southeast and south central New Mexico. Whether it's oil field, agricultural, industrial, automation, and alarm systems, they also offer panel fabrication and power line work. CNM Electric provides generator rentals and shore power light towers, as well as small to large temporary power distribution centers for drilling, frac, and workovers. Call the experts at CNM Electric today and rest assured that there is no job too big or too small for them to handle. Call 575-396-2692. CNM Electric LLC, licensed, bonded, and insured with over 30 years experience.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Hey, this is Big Ben, and we got some big news. The team at Permian Ford is teaming up with the team at Permian Toyota, and they're having a post-Labor Day liquidation sale. 2 dealerships competing for your business. Any inventory that makes it through the holiday weekend is being liquidated for 10 big days and in one location at Permian Toyota. Check your mailbox for an invitation to our event where you could win up to $25,000 in cash and other great prizes. All winning numbers have been mailed out. The winner could be you. 10 big days to save now through September 13th. Many half-ton and heavy-duty trucks are available. Save big on cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Everybody wins when we go low. That's right. Shop local and save big. Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV that you'd rather not be driving? Sell us your car direct and score big. Now's the time to take advantage. It's the post-Labor Day liquidation sale located at Permian Toyota. Come see us today through September 13th, 3500 North Grimes Street in Hobbs.
The following program is for entertainment purposes only.
We don't get fooled again.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford, home of the lifetime Permian powertrain promise. That means your engine and transmission performs for the life that you own the vehicle or it's covered. Fear has 2 meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and ride.
Actually, it's a beautiful voice and a beautiful accent. The only problem is I can't understand a word you're saying.
Conservative values, conservative talk. On Be in the Breakfast Club. Call 877-396-W105.
Listen up, maggots.
Your morning briefing starts now.
And let's get to the good news of the day, being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance right across the street from Bob's in Lovington. Check him out today. Good news of the day.
So a family in Texas is celebrating the first baby girl in over a century. Firefighter Michael Sherman and his wife, Jakia, just found out they're having a daughter. Michael's side of the family has only had boys for 108 years. The last girl in his family was his great-great-aunt Ora, who was born in 1917. So his whole family went nuts at the gender reveal. No squirrels involved. They're doing March and checking to see if they might qualify for a Guinness World Record for that. As you do, Kevin. And that is your good news of the day.
All right, we're out of here. Tomorrow, Thursday edition of Be in the Breakfast Club. Stand by, Russ Black coming up next. He's got Tradio up next right here.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A t-shirt fundraiser is underway to support 2 Lovington women battling cancer, with proceeds raised by the Wildcat Athletics. The football team is selling $25 t-shirts, and funds will be given to Adriana Salcido, a Lovington High School teacher battling breast cancer, and Lily Ruiz, a Lovington